What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another evening of 30 NSG. Today's episode, playing some Division 2. We're playing Season 6. Year 6, Season 1. That's what it is. Year 6, Season 1. What's going on, Gaming Fire? What's going on, Eclipse? My camera is just... I don't know what's happened since, like, a week or two ago. Like, that actually was a week or two. It was, like, the other day when my stream all of a sudden had, like, a surge or whatever it was. Like, I don't understand. It feels like it just makes everything fucking right. I gotta invest in a new camera as well. Web cameras. God. All right, let me get Sarge on the call here. Wow. He's got a party. Got to join. Right. I've been trying to Melina in Elden Ring. It's so damn hard. I've almost killed her a couple of times, but damn it. Oh, because you want to play the DLC. You gotta play the DLC. What's going on, Mo? You gotta beat the game to get to the DLC, right? We should have a conversation about that tomorrow. Hell, we could have a conversation about that tonight. What do we think about games that you have to... I mean, it's sort of like Endgame, right? Like the DLC is like Endgame, or do you think like DLC should be for everybody, or do you think DLC should be for people that only played to a certain part of the main game? You know what I mean? I don't know how I feel about that. It would have to be like, I guess if you want to play the game, I think it's a little weird because of, I guess, Elden Ring. The bosses are fucking hard, right? You gotta get good. You gotta drive yourself to beat the game, right? So it's like, because the difficulty level is so high, for like, not for the game, but for the skill level of people that could play it. You know what I mean? No, she's optional end game boss. Isn't there a thing in Elden Ring you have to get to before you can play the DLC though? You better best the game if you want more of the story. Right. Get good. No, I'm okay with that. I think it's because there's no difficulty level. Do you know what I mean? Is there... Can you guys hear the sound? Footsteps and stuff? Hold on. Okay, you can hear it. Okay. You got to get to a certain point though, right? 60%, I saw an article or some story, 60% of people can't play the DLC. Is that good or bad? I don't know.
What do you mean can't play it?
You know what I mean? So in the Elden Ring update, the DLC, not update, the new DLC for Elden Ring that's coming out is oh, hold on a second, because they can hear double audio. So the DLC that's coming out for Elden Ring, you have to get to a certain point in the main game to even continue the DLC. So people that don't know that are going to buy the DLC not knowing they can't play the DLC unless they play the up to a certain point in the main game.
Sounds kind of dirty.
See, I don't know. I don't know if it sounds dirty. If they make it clear,
Does sound dirty.
Well, no. If they make it clear, then I have no problem with it. But if they don't make it clear, then
where exactly would they say make it clear? Where would that be?
I mean, it would have to say you have to beat the game on the box or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I don't know. Go on, Ron. Go on, Travis.
All right, who's got Division? Who's coming in with us?
I don't think anyone's coming in with us. Play with us that one time. We've had Tempest. We've had Sean join us. Rain joins us sometimes. It's been a while. Did First join us? Come on, Shenanigans. What's going on, Lurker? I feel like the people who quit the game and never finished it wouldn't buy the DLC anyway. But maybe they would, Shenanigans, right?
The filthy casuals. Right.
But maybe the filthy casuals, as SARS just said, maybe they wouldn't know,
The filthy
right?
casuals.
Maybe they liked the game so much, but they didn't like the boss, but they wanted more of the game, and they're like, well, there's a new area.
Exactly.
So they would buy the game so they can go explore the new area, but now they can't explore that new area because they have to beat the regular game. You know what I mean?
That's correct.
Like, I totally get it, but at the same time, it is kind of, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you.
Scummy,
right?
dude.
If you play the game, you want more of the game. But if you didn't finish or play that game, then you most people you would think are not going to pick it up. I feel like as the developer, though, you kind of like filter out, like you want to sell it to as many people as possible, right? You don't want to sell it to just 40% of the population that played the game of 100% of the people.
But most people don't finish games.
Oh, I know that.
They just don't finish them.
Okay, how many? Let's see.
And that's okay. And that's okay. But at the same time,
Golden Ring.
as I've said it before, and I'll say it again, games are entertainment. It's a disposable income. It's not about this mission statement that you have.
All right, 25 million people bought Elden Ring. Okay, 25 million.
Holy shit.
Okay, hold on. 40%. No, I'm doing that wrong. Divided by, yeah, that's only 416,000 people. Is that correct? No, that can't be right. I'm doing my math wrong there.
What are you doing? What do you mean you're doing math wrong?
I'm trying to figure out. There's 25 million people that bought Elden Ring, but only 40% of the population can play the DLC.
I'm sorry. How many people played it or bought it?
25
how many million?
25 million.
Yeah.
And 40% can play it. So half of 25 would be 13.5.
10 million.
So about 10 million people can buy it and play.
10 million.
I mean, that's still fucking good. That's still fucking good, I'll be honest.
That's if they buy it.
Right, correct. That 10 million for a game is phenomenal. You know what I mean? Fucking 3 million.
Well, how much
is
the DLC? How much is the DLC?
I'm not sure. Let's see. Elden Ring. Elden Ring DLC, $40. $40.
I mean, if you like more Elden Ring, then you're fine with it because it's more Elden Ring.
Lorca says it's not beat the game. It's beat a special boss on a quest you need a guide for. It's worse. Oh, so it's like it's not even beat the game. It's like
they could have
beaten the game,
thing?
but it's a hidden boss. Is that what you're telling me? It's a special boss on a quest
come on, man.
that you need a guide for.
I'm calling
God.
shenanigans. I'm calling shenanigans.
That's fucking worse than
calling calling shenanigans. I think they're just he's just causing drama in chat. He's just causing drama in chat. That would be like if it was inside the game. Like if it wasn't a DLC, if it was inside the game and you beat a special boss such and such like you just described, and it opened up a whole other area, that would be cool. But you're telling me you have to find out what the special thing is before and then buy the DLC? No, bro. No. Come on, man. That sounds sketchy. I'm calling shenanigans.
Lurker says Lono beat the game and started New Game Plus and never even faced the special boss that you need to beat to play the DLC. I know nothing about this, right? I put 60 hours into the game, never beat the game, right? But I enjoyed my time in the game. I loved the just exploring, grabbing all the gear and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. Played with First and his brother. I enjoyed the game, just exploring and doing a bunch of stuff. Never beat the game. I think I beat maybe 10 bosses, maybe. Okay? I beat that Golden fucking Knight, though. I'll tell you that. The Golden Knight, I beat his ass. But yeah, I think that's fucking hilarious. Am I joining you, Sarge? Am I joining you?
No, I'm gonna join you. Just go outside where you loaded to the game. Just stay outside the door. Let me know when you're there, and I'll come in.
Yeah. Okay. I'm outside. I'm outside the door.
All right, hang on. Let me just get out of this gunfight.
Wait, I did play it. Yeah, I put 60 hours into it. Yeah, there's certain games I don't play on stream. I did play it on stream, I think, one night, 2 nights. It was on my other channel before I moved over to 30 NSG. But yeah, Gamifire. Yeah, I play a lot of games. I take my time through some. There's games that I don't play on stream. There's other games I do play on stream. It says you need to kill... How do you pronounce that? Is it Moji? Moji? OG. Go on, Carlo.
At least we've got a clear chain of command around here.
Gotta ask, but the new Steam Deck 2 terabyte is good. But can I use my PlayStation 5 controller on it? Because I hate Xbox controller. The new Steam Deck terabyte. The new Steam Deck 2 terabyte is good. Can I use my PlayStation controller? Isn't the Steam Deck already have a controller on it? I'm confused what that question is, Travis. The Steam Deck itself is a controller.
From your clan has joined your team.
You know what I like about this stream on Wednesdays nights with Sarge? Is that I actually don't even have to play a game. It's called Shooting the Shit with Sarge. So I could literally shoot shit or just shoot the shit. OG like in Gator. Completely wrong, Eclipse. It's an overhyped loser. Okay, Travis, shut up. I don't care what you have to say when it comes to... Okay? What's going on, Dustin? All right, so what are we doing?
Make the announcement first before we start. Is anybody coming in?
Does anybody want to play Division Year 6, Season 1 in Sarge?
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. It's a good thing I came back online. I almost lost leadership.
Oh, you were only gone for 40 days. You wouldn't have lost it.
Yeah, I know. I was just joking.
I saw it the other day. I was like, is he close? I was like, oh no. It's only been 40 days. It's gotta be like 90 or
90.
100, something like that.
90, yeah.
Good thing, Sarge.
Yeah, thank God.
So I don't know the whole thing, right? But supposedly they're bringing the season thing into this like Diablo.
God. Then I'll stop playing this.
What do you think about that, Sarge? Do you think
then I'll stop playing this game.
Every season you got to start a new character.
Every single hell no. I'll just stop playing. That'll be the end. That'll be the end of Division.
Yeah, I'm pretty pissed about it because I have 5 years into this character. Right?
It's basically their ultimatum. They're going to do that, and they're going to actually who's going to stay in and who doesn't. Because this is their logic. Ready? Their logic is they've been playing with the same character and they have nowhere to go because they know how many people have leveled up completely, and then they see that the other people who haven't leveled up don't mind because they haven't leveled up, so starting another character is not a big deal for them. You know what I mean? That's their logic. For me, I'm not doing this shit again. I don't care.
Like I'm okay just coming on and playing it and enjoying my time. But to every season come back and you erase my character and I have to play a new character and then go up, like why can't I just play like character I have?
Hell no. Nope.
Like, let me come back and play this character in the new season, and let me do that.
It's already challenging enough to, and if you let's just say you were motivated. You know how long it takes to actually farm all the guns, all the exotics, try to find them all. You know what? You know how long it takes to actually find all the guns for the drop rates and all the kinds of stuff that goes on in this game. It's like it's not easy, right? So you're committed to this game. You've been committed for 5 years. Now you're going to start me over every time a season starts because why?
According to Creature, the reason they are doing it is so they can ruin your year 5 character because they will be testing some things. But I don't want them to ruin my fucking character. The only thing they're going to ruin is a person that's playing their game not to play their game anymore, is what they're going to do to me, personally.
Yeah, so just wander inside the door. It'll start. Someone will start talking to you.
Oh no, I already got that port. I logged on the other day. I know where to go on the map.
I didn't do that.
You gotta go down and talk on the computers, the computer setting.
Well, it's not going to do that for me now because I'm in your game. So I'll just follow you then.
Yeah, we gotta go over to the I'm gonna go to the safe house. We're going to Judiciary Square.
It's the one with the big circle around it?
Where am I going?
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostile.
World tier removal. As the game evolves, we are removing the world tiers to decrease the grind to end game content.
Yeah, that they've done that. Oh, we're on hard. Oh, faction territory war. Enemy factions have been pushed back from mission areas and strongholds by Black Tusk. The war of territory control is now raging with the faction trying to expand their area of influence. Factions will now dynamically capture control points and move around the map. Okay.
They were doing that before.
Well, they're doing that now because now everyone can do it? I have no idea. So maybe everyone can do that now?
No, they're doing that before. I watched the gun.
How do I
watch the gun leave an area, go across the map, attack a control point, take it over. I watch it all the time.
How do I change?
But now,
you want to change
fucking
this
stupid?
Level? You want the level up?
You pick whatever you want. You want to do challenging? Let's put it on challenging. Let's at least do challenging. If we can't walk through shit, then we know that we suck.
Changes. Okay. From settings, apply changes. Changing in 28 seconds. I thought you guys were talking about at first Frozen Legend. No, we weren't talking about that. Oh, JC, this entire weekend, I never saw you come into the channel when we were doing this stuff this weekend, and every day when they were showing Summer Game Fest and whatnot, I was like, JC could be correct. Maybe they're going to show Spider-Man. They never showed Spider-Man, so I didn't have to say I was wrong. I kept bringing it up. I was like, JC could be right, and then they never brought it up. They never showed it, so.
Control point.
I was right. I was like,
so wait, it changed difficulties, but it didn't restart the map.
We didn't do anything on the map.
I know that, but nothing happened. Usually it's a restart and it brings you back to the place, but there was no load screen. There was no nothing.
Oh, well, it did set the thing off where I don't know where the fuck we're going, Eric. Make sure you guys hit that like button. I'm a pipple on the ass in YouTube algorithm. Nobody knows I stream or play besides you guys. So when you guys hit that like button, it puts me out there for other people to look at, to not watch and whatnot.
All right, you say it puts you out there for people not to watch?
Well, put me up there to watch. People don't.
You said not to watch.
No. Well, yeah. I said not to watch because that's what people do. I look at my average videos, no matter what. If you put a 30-minute video out there, they'll watch 3 minutes. If you put a 3-hour video out there, they'll watch 30 minutes.
So it's always 10%. People's brains are just 10%.
It's always the same. It doesn't matter.
So what are we doing? Are we doing the control point? Is that what we're doing?
Point, yeah. All right, bro, I got your back. All right, take him out. Put thumbs out there. Aw, thanks, Neutralizer. I appreciate that. What am I, like a wart? Like a wart instead?
RC car on the right. Watch yourself. Lock it down.
That guy on the gun up there. More guys coming from the top. I like how it takes longer for me to kill a red bar than a yellow bar. Ooh, did you see the purple lightning in my gun? That looks pretty cool. Ow. My God. Got a grenade launcher dude over here on the right side. Fucking me up. Got more guys coming in from the right side. They just walked in from the distance.
Got guys coming behind us. I don't know where the hell they're coming from, but they came in behind us.
Go in the distance. They're going for speed. Far side, far right.
I don't think their map is working. I don't think the mini map is working. We're not getting contacts.
Oh, did you call for backup?
Yeah, I call for backup. Are they here yet?
No. Call Uber for the backup. Oh, they finally showed up. Just in time. No, you get off of there. Give me the gun. Get off.
Let them do it. When they do it, they don't overheat.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah, they don't overheat.
Oh.
They fire forever.
They're like the super mutant from Fallout. Unlimited ammo. Even one bullet.
Yep. Yep.
I wonder if she's actually going to shoot somebody.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
Well, she keeps them guessing. It sounds cool. You know, someone firing the Gatling gun for 10 minutes, it sounds cool. She kills nobody.
Enemy detected. She's doing a real good job shooting at you.
Why is she shooting at me?
Because she's trying to get around the corner. So she's, for fuck's sake, she got off the gun.
Because you made fun of her.
Yeah, I heard her feelings.
Yeah, I heard your feelings. We need a DEI minigunner.
Like, you know what? Fuck you guys. You know what you want to do it? Just do it your fucking self. I was like, all
Every
right.
time I have to try to stay alive
Every time
in a
I'm shooting
post-apocalyptic
people.
world, you guys are making fun of me. Rogue agents? What is happening right now?
Rogue agents. Rogue agents.
The game gone completely berserko.
Overheated. He's shooting me. He's gonna shoot me. Oh god. Right in front of me. He dropped something. Oh, he got me. Fucking A.
Agent incapacitated.
What's new this season? The people that we have to kill. That's it.
Headaches. Headaches are new. The headaches are new.
You can't hide where I'm hiding, Sarge. You can't.
What are you? I picked you up. I'm trying to dip behind a fucking wall. Just keep him further back.
Where's the
They're all in front of us. This is exactly how you want it.
Oh, she's back on the gun. She apologized. Did you apologize to her?
I apologize to fucking nobody.
Did she go to did she get a hug from somebody? Oh my god, I'm getting wrecked.
I got your heal fucking. I got your fucking heal pack right here. You son of a bitch. Smoke his ass.
I almost got him.
See how much? Do you see how much he healed right there? He healed his health. Wasn't even his armor. He healed his health.
Okay, we got one down. One to the right, one to the left. The one to the left that's all the way back there is like picking me off all the way from back here. Like what?
I think that's a. I think that's a what do you call it? A hologram. It's a hologram.
Oh, he's running. It's not a hologram. 3 of them. There's 2 left.
The one on the left. The one on the left is a hologram.
Oh, he looks real to me. Oh my god, what is happening? What just happened?
What the hell just happened? Alright. Want us to make a move? I'll make a move. Here we go.
God's sakes. This fucking guy.
Hostile seeker mine detected. Heavily armed. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
What's going on, pretty boy? Where you going? Where you going? Why are you running? Come hang out. Where you going?
That's all I got.
Alright, what is happening right now? First it's just the control point, then it's rogue agents, now I got a hurricane winds coming in.
Yeah,
But
there's also
what happened to this game, dude?
There's also a patrol coming in. It said
There's a patrol coming in behind us. Like what?
Yeah.
What is happening right now?
it's a patrol. There's a
I'm going
guy
for the
behind-
patrol.
guy
I'm going for the
behind.
patrol.
Okay, that's 2 down.
Agent eliminated.
Oh, that's it. There was only 2.
Supply
The
room
third one. The third one was. Where's the supply guys?
detected. Hostile supply convoy heavily armed.
I can't see shit now because of the storm.
Let's have a few more things coming on the screen.
Now,
Anybody else?
and now there's like lightning happening.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Oh my god!
More
Again?
hostiles. Where are they coming from now? They're coming down the road from you?
Yeah. Yeah.
location nearby.
Watch the guy on the right, trying to flank.
Another guy over here.
Finish him. I'm on the left. Go ahead.
Detecting additional.
Four guys come out the door.
Are we serious? All right, back up, back up, back up.
Jesus. Ground truck.
Hey, how about one of the guys with the green aerial fire a fucking gun, huh? You guys are just running back and forth.
There's one guy
Game's
right
been
there.
out for 5 years. Somebody program something. Fucking green arrow guy just running back and forth, screaming. He's on. Once did he fire his gun?
Chad, did you guys all fall asleep? What happened?
Pretty sure that this is LA right now. This is how LA looks.
Is this what the way LA looks?
Yeah, LA looks like this. San Francisco especially looks just like this. Oh, there was three rogues. That's three. Yeah, there's a third one back here.
Let me collect all this stuff. It's not going to matter because next season I got to make a new character.
Oh, please, don't even get me started. Why you have to start throwing rocks in like the glass house? Why? Why?
We're running low on resources.
We're running low on resources. Me and my boys like to sit around and jerk off and play cards instead of going out and killing people.
All right, so done with that. Manhunt. Okay, we've done 4%. We're keen.
4%'s a lot.
District Union area is the next one.
We've got the hyenas.
Gotta go to the
Their
stronghold.
entire council is gathered at the stronghold.
Where we gotta go?
You sure we're
Stronghold?
ready to take down the council?
Stronghold. Oh.
We've done a lot of damage already.
Okay.
We can neuter them for good.
Detected. Nearby location.
We're spoofing a hyena. You talking about the Civic Center?
I got it marked.
Am I in the wrong spot?
We got every last one.
We do what we have to survive.
Oh, I'm in the right spot. Civic Center. Okay.
Let's find him.
Oh, are you already over there? You run there? Or did you?
Just fast travel there. Walking? My God, what are you, a boomer? Fucking fast travel everywhere. Don't even look at the fucking things that the developers made. Just go there. I've seen it all before. It's a Buick Skylark fucking destroyed with 4 tires missing. It's the same fucking car, the same color everywhere. Who cares?
This is a chance to wipe out the hyena leadership in one decisive blow. Get in there and hunt them down. Every last one of them.
Fuck, did you go here? They go up, right? Oh, that's right there. Big one there. Okay.
We're gonna get rid of the hyenas, the decisive blow, bro. We couldn't find them for 5 years, but this is the day. This is the day the hyenas go down. This is the day.
Yeah, this is like Groundhog's Day. exactly what this game is. It's Groundhog's Day.
Here's how I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of AI that I think would be kind of cool, right? Is the fact that you put your name in the game when you start the game, a game like this or whatever game, right? But when the boss characters come after you, it starts calling you by name. He's following you around, taunting you the entire time. You know what I mean? Like, I see you, 30. I'm coming for you, 30. Going for your mom and your dad.
It's just a shit
I'm gonna kill you. I'm going after your dog. Yeah, just some dude just complete. And then pretty soon you're gonna have some kid crying, "He's going after my mom. I can't play this game anymore. He said he's gonna go after my mom and dad. He's gonna kill everybody." Awesome AI. Awesome.
Going after you, kid.
Way to go, it. Way to go, AI.
It's doing your mom jokes. Is that what you're saying? The AI is just going to do
your
mom jokes?
Nah, it's gonna be worse than your mom jokes.
Is it going to be like the Call of Duty lobbies back in the day? Is that what it's going to be like?
The original Call of Duty lobby should go down in history as a psychological experiment for young men and teens, if you could make it or not.
That's how I grew up.
Again? You're trying to hide behind the same fucking thing I'm hiding behind? How many fucking cabinets do you need, bro?
I was here first. I saw it on video. I was here first. Chad, did you see him behind that one? I didn't see him behind that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran to that cabinet first.
Well, just get your ass out of the goddamn store. Where are you? Sit behind a counter and hide and cower with a sniper rifle in the corner. Come on, bro. You got a sniper rifle, you're not even doing avenues of attack, you're just sitting there. Come on, bro.
Just doing his job, man. He wasn't getting paid enough.
I'm just so excited I'm finally gonna kill the hyenas once and for all.
This is it. This is it. We're gonna wipe out the hyenas.
This is the moment. Yes, this is the moment. Can't believe behind his challenge us again.
Like, up to this point, I truly didn't really care about a lot of the guns and stuff. Now that I know that I have to reset my character every time, I honestly truly don't care. Okay, who's doing that? Who's doing that? Guy back here?
Somebody got a grenade launcher?
It's that yellow guy in the back over there. It's the window. I could only mark. I'm suppressing him. He's against that back wall. There you go. He's dead.
I liked it better when I spec'd that with the explosives. At least it made it a little bit more fun.
So why don't you go back to it?
We need the extra guns. Keeps them busy. Like the room up here, where these dogs are going to be here.
How do you know, dude? It's our first time ever here.
Oh. The randomosity generator has said, no dogs! So let it be said, so let it be written.
Do you care more about the weapons or the newest Acolyte drama? I honestly don't give a shit about. I said my
Acolyte
piece,
drama.
I said my piece the other day, Rebsy. I said I truly don't care about the Star Wars. The Star Wars. That's how I'm talking about it now. The Star Wars.
The Star Wars.
No, not Star Wars. The Star Wars.
It's almost as comical as like Bill Murray, the old skip from SNL. Star Wars, yes, it's the Star Wars coming to you. Like that's how it is now. That's Star Wars.
So I watched like what's it called? Screen Crush, I think it is. I think it's Screen Crush is the YouTube channel. Guys pretends he's like in a video store and he's got a bunch of like old movies and stuff behind him. He does a pretty damn good job of talking about Easter eggs and different lore, right? So I watched his review of each episode so far. Not that I care, like, but I listen to him. I watch him a lot of the stuff, and where I see that the people are talking about, because I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the people that there's lesbians that made like Jedi and the Force is female or some shit, right? He doesn't talk like that. He tells you like what his thoughts and stuff are about the show, and he goes. He
leaves the DEI stuff out and just talks about the writing.
He just talks about the show, right? And he gives you the backstory of like the legacy books and the lore of all the stuff. And when he says it, it doesn't sound so bad. But when you watch YouTube channels that are like, well, it's a bunch of lesbians and the Force is gay.
It's a bunch of lesbians.
That's what they say. That's what they say. And I'm like, okay. It comes across a little bit better. You know what I mean? So it doesn't come across as Disney's ruining everything, because the way he explains it is like, this is episode 3. Okay? So by like episode 8, they could potentially tell the story and 3 won't look as bad. Right? But as of right now, 3 looks terrible. You understand what I'm saying?
All right. Hang on one second. Give me 15 seconds. Let my gun come back in case we get a pincher thing going on here. Hang on.
The Force can get you pregnant. That's right. What do you mean? Wipe it out your character?
Everybody's having Jesus babies. Everybody's having Jesus babies. Immaculate conception. Go for it.
Right. And obviously, when they first said Anakin was a conception like that, you're like, okay, it's a 1 in a million type of thing, right? 1 in a cajillion, 1 in a trillion. 1 in quintillion, okay?
A bazillion.
But now, they did it again. So now you're like, well, are they just copying? Yeah, so Mo, apparently in Season 2, okay, Year 6, Season 2, they are going to, they're going to make it where it's like Diablo, where you start a new character every season now. And that's how it's going to go going forward until Division 3, whichever that is, right? Which is like, what, 3-4 years from now? Red Panda.
Space in this mall.
So did you see any of the stuff, excuse me, about the Outlaw stuff that we did? Were you watching the stream when I was talking about it?
Earlier today?
Yesterday.
No, I missed it. I missed yesterday.
Did you see the footage of Outlaws on?
No, it was the new footage.
Yeah, they showed a bunch of new footage. I think it looks impressive. I do. I mean, I think it lines up with more of a Red Dead Redemption, in my eyes, than it does. It's basically I said this a couple of months ago or last year when Starfield came out, when we first saw Outlaws. I said this will be my Starfield more than Starfield unless Starfield gets the mods, which now they have, and now Outlaws.
Unless if Starfield does Star Wars better that Star Wars does Star Wars.
Yeah, which is going to.
Then
It's going to.
hilarious.
Did you see the thing I sent you today? Yeah, you did, right? They have the
Yes.
the ATSTs in the game now.
Starfield is gonna out Star Wars. Star Wars. It's gonna be priceless.
It's gonna be the greatest Star Wars game ever, and yet it's not even gonna be a Star Wars game.
And it's not a Star Wars game.
Right.
I wonder how that works legally, right? It's a mod. You didn't pay for the mod.
Yeah, they're not charging anything.
I know.
For it. Yeah.
I know. You're not paying for the mod, but the whole game looks like Star Wars.
Yeah.
The whole game.
Yeah.
The whole game looks like Star Wars, but
Yeah.
you don't get a dime. And then think about it. Then people start buying Starfield because they can play with the Star Wars mods. So if the only reason why you bought it is because of Star Wars mods, then is that now illegal?
As long as you're not.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
as long as they don't
even
market,
play the game.
Yeah. As long as
They don't even play the
market
game
it.
in the beginning with the normal faces. They play immediately with the mod, like immediately. So the game from the beginning is all Star Wars. I'm like, man, we're getting really tight on this legal stuff.
Yeah, no, it's excellent. I'm loving it. Going around as a fucking Mandalorian, and now I can make my. I just downloaded a mod today. I haven't done it yet, but I can make basically everyone on my ship a clone trooper, or I can make them another Mandalorian. I can have like different Mandalorians on my ship, and they're all dressed as Mandalorians, or they're all dressed as clone troopers. Like I can have Rex and Cody on the ship with me.
It just seems strange, bro. It just seems weird.
I mean,
I
I'm
think
happy with it.
we're past I know, but we're past some kind of crazy looking glass now with what they're allowed to do and not allowed to do.
Oh yeah, it's all good, JC. I was just like, I was like, is JC here? I was right. There's no Spider-Man. There's no Spider-Man at the show. It felt weird that they would show it at someone else's event. That's all. And I was also right, not from you, but no handheld. Everyone was talking about the handheld. And now they've moved, right? They're like, well, it's definitely going to happen. There's definitely a handheld. Phil said almost. Not really exactly, but he almost said there was a handheld.
Not a chance.
I mean, because I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of, okay, I don't play Starfield at all, right? But I find out that on the console, you can change everything into Star Wars.
Yep.
So I go out, I get Game Pass because I don't want to buy Starfield because I don't want to pay for it. Right? So I try it out for a month. Now, before I even load the game up, I load up all the mods, so I don't even see what any of the real characters are. I'm strictly in Star Wars.
Yep.
No lawsuits. It sounds weird. That's all. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's on PC. What's the difference?
I know. I know. I'm just saying the way if it's not even so basically you paid for a game that you're never going to see the actual sprites of the people who made that game. You're just seeing the mod.
Like, I can't wait till they implement the actual, where they make the UC, the Galactic Empire. Because that's exactly what it is. Right? And then someone found, just recently, after 8 months of whatever, one of the planets is a lava planet. Right? So someone just found...
But only the really go-getters find those kind of things, right? They're actually exploring.
Right. So someone found a lava planet, and now someone's like, well, there's Mustafar, right? So someone can literally take a planet, any planet, and they've already converted Earth. Someone has a mod on Xbox that takes Earth from the desert planet that they had and puts like a forest and stuff on it. So now it's overgrown instead of desert. Okay. So they can instantly just take a planet and change it into something else, which I think is awesome.
Yep.
Right? They could build a whole entire city if they want to on a planet. And they can make a whole quest line if they want to. And they can do whatever. The game just keeps going. Everyone's like, Starfield's dead, bro. I'm like, you understand that Starfield will be here 20 years from now because it'll be remade like Skyrim 15,000 times. And
Yeah,
they can
exactly.
they can just keep making mods on different planets, cities, and whatever else.
Weird.
Someone can make Coruscant if they really wanted to.
Lock up your machine. Something tells me there should have been something in that room. What do you think?
Yeah, it was weird because now we just reloaded and now we're reloading again.
Yep. Something's weird.
Random, bro.
How you doing, medic man? How you doing? How you doing?
Watch out. Yeah, little rover. All right, we have to get over to that spot.
You gotta just shoot the truck.
You don't have to shoot on the side?
Nah, you just have to shoot the truck. I'm going for the guys with the shields and shit first, but you gotta shoot the truck.
Serious trauma detected.
Truck's down.
Focus fire on diesel. Not to be confused with unleaded.
Diesel's dead.
Oh, but I didn't get to shoot him 75 more times. I only shot him 400 times.
Diesel, what's going on down there? Diesel, are you
Diesel's
dead
dead.
too, you inbred son of a bitch? Everybody get to the arena, now!
How many
Can't
times?
say how many times I've heard that phrase.
How many times have we killed Diesel?
Right? Well, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is why when they say the jackals are going, the hyenas are going down, I'm like, you're such a liar. You're a liar. They're not going anywhere. How about an attack dog? How about that?
Filters failing. Air filter function restored. Air quality acceptable.
Hang on, let me put the gun right in the middle of the hell and high water here. Here we go. What you doing over here, buddy?
We got devils in our house and they mean to kill us all. Stand and fight. You
Did
hear
that
me?
man just call me a
Stand and
devil?
fight.
Did.
Airborne toxins.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Filters failing.
And they remember this many boxes, like every other room.
You need boxes in every other room because when you play on Legendary, it's absurd. Hang on before you start shooting. Let me get the centerpiece. Let me get the centerpiece set up. Ready?
Yep.
Go. You know why I couldn't watch even the first episode of Acolyte? The Asian guy who plays the Jedi, he looks too much like the guy from Hangover.
No,
I can't take it seriously. Can't take him seriously.
Doesn't look anything like that guy. Doctor?
He's just
Doctor?
taller. He's just taller, yes. He's got that same serious face. Like, no, can't do it.
That's why you can't watch Acolyte? Not because
like before
it's Disney Star Wars, because it's the guy looks like the Doctor from Hangover.
he's not the Doctor. He's not the Doctor. It's the crazy guy, right? Before he becomes all goofy.
No. He's an actual doctor in real life.
Oh, okay, right. He's a doctor in real life. My bad. Yes, he's a doctor.
Yes. Not the actual doctor in the show. I'm talking about the actor was a doctor.
I got it. He's a real doctor. Got it. In his spare time, he's a Asian crime lord. I got it.
Yeah.
Neutralize the dime. What's the cheesy line we're gonna say after we kill him? Is it gonna be keep the change? Here's your bus fare.
No, it's gotta be something because we're in a basketball arena. It's gotta be something.
Oh,
like,
right.
From downtown. Maybe an NBA Jam reference. I'm on fire.
Well, if I had the flamethrower right now, you'd be on fire. That could work.
No, if you have a flamethrower, you have to say put another one on the Barbie. Another shrimp on the Barbie.
I'm not Australian, so it doesn't come across right.
You don't know how my character identifies.
All right, so we kill Dime. Is it over? I mean, why are these guys coming out? Dime's dead.
Oh, I get it now. Keep the change. I didn't know the guy's name was Dime.
Yeah. The guy's name was Dime. Yeah.
That was good. Okay. I'm slow.
Keep the change. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to keep the change.
Back to keep the change. Yeah.
Okay. It's like an '80s bad guy reference type thing.
Taking out the hyena leadership leaves the faction in disarray. I'll send teams to start.
But no, thank God we don't have to worry about the jackals anymore, or the hyenas, or
we
whatever.
got them. We got them. It's it.
Yep. That's
it.
it.
Go to 5th Street Northwest. 5th Street Northwest. That
5th Street Northwest. All right.
Wait a minute. Is that a 5th Street
East Wall Northwest?
Is that a bounty?
You're talking about downtown west?
Yeah, I think it's a bounty.
All right, go to the bounties.
Bounty.
The bounty. Where is it? Over there.
Time remaining. Confirm. Yep, there it is.
Okay.
Just down the street. We have to walk there.
Yeah, but I'm inside the arena again.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
We haven't left. Can't fast travel. You gotta walk your ass out.
Target is near you, Agent.
Oh, I gotta walk outside. Okay, I got it.
How do we get out of here?
I just fast travel.
Fast travel to?
I don't even know why you're walking.
Where'd you fast travel to? Oh, you fast travel behind.
Yeah.
Going the wrong way though.
Yeah, just. But there's no other cross street. You have to walk around anyway.
So the conversation I was having today about the content on Creation Club, where do you stand? I know you were in chat for a little bit.
Yeah.
Where do you stand with $7
how is it,
mission?
How is it different? How is it different from the Skyrim stuff? They just listen. They've learned over time what they can get away with, and so they set the price at what they think they can get away with without you complaining. and then there'll be a group of people that say $7 is too much, and then they'll wait for it to go on sale. But somebody's going to buy it at $7. Like that's what's going to happen.
I mean, obviously, but they're giving people $10, right? You see?
Well,
They're-
if you bought
they're-
premium, if
Well-
you bought premium,
Well, yeah, like 2 million people, I think, bought premium on PC that we know, right?
All right.
We don't know Xbox, right? So 2 to 3 million people bought premium. They're giving them $10. So if 3 million people use that $10 on that mission, does that automatically make it successful? You know what I mean? Like, so like we gave $10 for
Anybody-
free, and they
it
spent
doesn't matter.
$7 on that.
right? Anybody that buys any microtransactions to them it's 100%. It's no cost. Everything that's made for the game is made for the game. It's still part of the payroll of the game. You know what I mean? Like you buying the extra stuff isn't in addition to what the game costs to make. They were making all that stuff anyway because they knew they were going to release it.
I
A salary's your salary.
I downloaded the creation kit. I want to see what it entails because anyone can do it. So I downloaded it, and in my spare time, I might create something. I don't know what I'm gonna create yet. I might start off like simple and make like a weapon or something.
I remember a long time ago there was a game for I think it was for I'm pretty sure it was for PlayStation, but it was like make your own RPG. Like you'd make your own map and make your own towns and give them quests and send the guy on a quest, fetch quests. Like the whole thing. Like you would actually build it. Like imagine Final Fantasy, like one of the older Final Fantasies. But you'd make it yourself.
Right.
Like I remember those kind of games. But you got to be patient because there's so much shit you had to learn. You learn how to code. It basically teaches you basic coding.
I guess what I'm asking though is like, when is it?
Hear you.
Okay, like how far is the game out?
Make sure we're on the same mission, because when I picked up that bounty when we saved those hostages, they might have changed it.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Yeah, it's it's over here.
Okay.
I think. Wait a minute. It's in this area. I'm not sure. Hold on. Yeah, you're going towards it. So,
What's the official question? You're not supposed to charge money for stuff
no.
that should just be in the DLC?
yeah. So my question is, how far after a game comes out is it okay to start asking for more money for content that you're putting into a game? If it's a mission or if it's a full DLC or whatever, like No Man's Sky.
My honest opinion,
Yeah.
or are we just talking shit?
Yeah, well, we're talking, but like No Man's Sky has been out for 6 years, 7 years. They haven't charged 1 cent for their, but that's the outlier, right?
That's his choice. That's his choice.
That's right. That's an outlier. It's not the standard. Okay? Like he could charge, and I don't think people would still complain, but I think
Medical assistance needed.
so. Like, how far after a game comes out are you allowed to be like, you know what? I'm going to charge and make money off something.
My stance
For
has
content,
been the same.
not
hasn't changed.
cosmetic.
Okay, but my stance hasn't changed over the years. It remains the same. I believe that when a game comes out, the game is out, and now because you want to make extra money on the game, right? You release DLC.
Yep. Like Borderlands 2.
You release DLC. Not a skin, not a mission pack, not a weapon pack, not the blue skirt or whatever else it is. Now, if you release a DLC and inside the DLC is all this other shit, but it's a DLC, has all this stuff in it, and if we're calling it a DLC, then yes. But this laziness of, well, we're going to make a mission, and we're going to charge $7 for the mission, and then here's a skin, and that's $15. Like, it's all a store now. It's not a game. It's a store.
Sure.
It's a store. It's not a game.
So then what price could they charge for that one mission? What's a reasonable
wouldn't
price
get
for
it.
that one mission?
To
I know,
me-
but
to me-
what I'm asking though is
to-
what would be a reasonable price for that mission?
I can't answer the question because I would never buy it. To me, I'm not buying a single mission to extend the life of a fucking game. You are nickeling and diming me, like legitimately nickeling and diming me. If you want my money, give me actual content you spend time on. A 25-hour or 30-hour campaign with different missions and things inside the game. Show me that you cared enough to put a story together, and I'll give you money. Not that, oh, we worked really hard on this game, everybody loves it now. Now we're going to just throw a bunch of spaghetti to the wall, and whatever you guys buy, we're going to be happy with. It's awesome.
I don't know. I look at it and go from the conversation of skins compared to content, right? And then the talk about content and the content, like for instance, they said that they would add other content to the game, like in the Tracker Alliance. But like all the Tracker Alliance missions are not going to be all paid for, right? Like the first one in the game is obviously in the game for free, and they're going to add other ones to the game later. But then there's some that they charge for. So
promises.
Well, no, so
if everything goes well, we'll release some more stuff down the way. If everybody buys some shit, we'll release some stuff down the way. If everybody buys some crap on this other thing, we'll make some new shit along the way. Like no, no, and fucking no, dude.
These guys keep
fucking
coming out.
no.
These guys stop coming.
Fucking no.
Vital signs critical.
Oh, I'm down.
Agent down.
I felt like I was glitched there. No, $7 ain't bad, Nate, but I think what it does is it does set, like what starter setting, like they nickel and dime
guys are
you, so
being
it sets a precedent.
Anybody in the chat who now says $7 isn't bad, you've been conditioned. You have been conditioned. Because you just think it's $7. It's not a big deal. It's just $7. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's $7.
Right, but if it was $1, $2, whatever, right? They're still nickel and diming you for a little content instead of like a chunk of content. I think that's
because then you're going to do what Krebsy did earlier today. Now I think he was doing it to prove a point, but
he was.
Then
yeah.
people start you're breaking down the game based on missions and hours and minutes, and like that's not how this is supposed to be. You're not supposed to try to break it down. How much does a mission cost? Like, no, the fucking game. How much is the fucking game? That's what we're talking about. How much is the game?
But that's what I'm saying. The game's out though. The game's been out for almost a year.
Great.
So
now I want the DLC.
So they have DLC coming. They have DLC coming.
Then I guess I'll wait for DLC.
Right, but they have DLC coming. So what I'm asking is when can they charge for? Are they never allowed to charge for anything except for that one DLC that comes out later this year?
Why?
Right?
What is your defense on charging people for shit?
I'm not.
It's part of the salary for the game.
No, there's no defense. I'm asking, is a company allowed to charge money for their stuff after?
Of course, the companies can. Of course, they're allowed to charge. The question is should you? Should you be nickeling and diming everybody because you think games are hard and they're expensive now? Like that's your reason. That's your reason.
I just think that they could have. I mean, they could have taken this and just added it to the DLC that they're bringing out later this year for Shattered Space.
Anybody in basic business knows that if I break up a company, I can sell it for more than the company's worth. And so now you guys have decided that I can break apart a game into its parts and sell it to you back individually, and I'm going to get more money for this game now. It's the same. It's the same thing. A game that's $70, but if I charge you for every little fucking thing that's inside the game, I'm definitely getting $250 or $300 out of this game. Like,
I'm sorry.
That's what it is.
Killed that guy. How did he send another one out?
And the problem is that we're breaking apart games and being charged individual pieces of the game now, and people are like, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay. So the complaint for the $70 game went away. The complaint for the $100 game went away. And now you buy a game for $100, $130, and you keep getting charged for shit. But you get charged for it over time, so it's not really a big deal. But after you're done playing the game and you put it down, you realize you spent $350 on that game. On a $60 game or a $70 game.
Right.
You paid $300 on it. Are you happy about it? Did you get the same amount of fun on it? So are you saying that your fun costs more? Did your fun cost more over the last 5 years?
Well,
did they all have to get new cars and boats and shit? Or was the game actually just the game?
Well, technically, like a person, if they buy a game day one, they're paying more money than a person that gets it 8 months later for, $30, right? They both paid money for the game. One paid less, one paid more. They're both playing the game. They both enjoy the game.
Yes, but now you have a clock Now you have a clock. So yes, I can wait and get the game on a discount. But now what ends up happening is, in case it doesn't go well, then they're not going to support it anymore. So maybe I don't get to have those DLCs anymore. Maybe I don't get to have that kind of stuff anymore because now people aren't supporting the game enough. So now it just goes away. So now you have FOMO on top of it. Well, you have FOMO on top of the normal game.
I think there's a difference, though, like what... I don't... Bethesda hasn't come out and said this themselves. Right, like if you buy this, we're not going to support the studio. They haven't said anything like that. We're taking that based off of other video games that
every
have done
other
that in the
game in
past.
existence.
Correct.
If it doesn't sell well, it goes away.
Right. Well,
and every other game in existence. I'm not making shit up.
No, I didn't say you were. But what I'm saying is that you're taking a broad stroke of like Bungie doing it, saying, hey, you got this DLC because you paid for Eververse stuff, and then you're tacking it onto other companies that have never said that. Now Todd Howard has said in the past that they're pissed off. Not pissed off. They were mad that they couldn't charge for stuff after because people were still playing their game all this time afterwards, like Skyrim. Hence why.
Oh my God! People were playing my game after.
Right, and they couldn't make any more money from it. They've been on record saying that.
You made your money.
Right.
You made your money.
Sure, but then they made another game, and those people didn't buy that game because they were still playing the old game.
Well, that's the way it works. If I decide I want to play this other game, then not play your game. That's how it works. Your game got popular. You got to play. People got to play your game for 3 or 4 years, and then they stopped and went to something else. So now we're going to complain when people stop playing the game because they can't make any more money? No, that's not how this works. That is not how this works. You decided to make a product. You're taking the chance of making a product and seeing if that product can be sold to market, right? You promote it. You put it online, you do a bunch of interviews. Everything you're doing is to try to sell the game. Now we get the game. And after all the lies, and if it doesn't work, and it breaks on the first day, and the patches, whatever, and after all the turmoil of the game releasing in a broken, buggy state, you charge me more, you charge me over time more, and I have to wait for the game to be complete over time. And during that time, other games are coming out that's going to try to compete for my time. And then if I finally get to your game, you might not support it anymore because you didn't feel like it. As opposed to, you made a fucking game, and I'll play it when I'm good, damn, and ready.
Right, and it's done.
And when I'm good, damn, and ready to play your fucking game.
I got a robot dot. Where'd you go?
I just can't believe that it's only been a few years. It's only been like 3 years. 3 or 4 years. And everyone is completely okay with discussing this like it was normal now. It's not normal. It's still not normal.
Well, the conversation
you guys
this
can
morning,
say whatever you want.
The conversation this morning was content versus non-content for microtransactions.
Define content. Define it.
Content is like putting story, dialogue, missions, guns, skins. Like there's content there.
Well, content can mean anything from anything that takes up time to do, right?
Well, no,
so I could make it something where you grind for it. That could be content.
No, I understand.
You're grinding for something.
All right, microtransactions, skins to non-skins, actual content, right?
Yep.
The $7 mission is content. A skin is not content.
No, I don't look at the $7 mission as content. See, your brain sees that, and that's what your brain says now.
But it is,
my brain does not say that. This is what I'm trying to explain to you.
The content
you're
is there,
saying
though.
How much is the content worth?
Yeah, but there's.
And I'm telling you,
you're saying
I don't look at it that way.
That's fine, but you looking at it and what it is, it's two different things. It is content. They have dialogue. It's
Not to me.
It's a story. They put extra guns, things that you can get, and suits like space suits and stuff. Like that's part of all the things. There's a story. There's dialogue. There's a character. There's like that's $7. Where you go to Fortnite and you spend $15 on one skin. That's the difference.
Not content to me.
But content.
It's not content.
But it's not enough content. Is what you're saying.
Breaking apart the essence of a video game and selling it back to me and then calling it content is not content.
No, the difference between the two is one's content and one isn't. That's definition. One is content, one isn't. You not liking the price of it is completely different conversation.
I did not say I didn't like the price. I said I do not consider you trying to sell me back a piece of a game as content.
Okay, so the person that does a free add-on with 2100 dialogue and a new character, a new companion that you get to run around the thing. It's free. That's not considered content.
Well, I would think that at that point that person might be not know how business works, because if you were trying to put together more content with more stuff, you would compile it together, call it a DLC, and sell it to me as a product.
No, that's an individual.
And then I would buy it.
That's a modder making stuff. I'm asking you, a person that made a thing with 2100 dialogue, actual character that you get to bring along with you on your missions, and there's a story plot and everything like that. The person made that for free. That's not considered content?
He made it for free?
Yeah.
Why would he make it for free?
Because he likes the game and he wanted to add a companion into the game.
Are you speaking about the corporation, or are you talking about the modders?
I'm talking about content, regardless if it's the organization or an individual making it. The person that made the thing put dialogue, character, story. That's content. That's content.
The modder can't charge.
That doesn't matter. No, that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm saying.
The modder would make the DLC. He would sell it just like anybody else, but he can't. So the
can.
modder sells it. He just gives it to you for free.
No, the
he gives
modder
it to you for free.
No, the modders can make money from that. That's exactly the example I'm telling you right now is exactly what's on the creation store. There's ones that are free,
the modder is splitting it with Bethesda. The modder's not making it because of himself.
Yes,
he's
they
splitting
made
it with Bethesda.
Oh my God, they're making it for themselves. They made it. They're vetted out. They're people that are making mods, and they're allowed to put it on the store to charge if they want to.
I'm pretty sure that Bethesda gets a cut of that.
Sure.
Otherwise,
of course they did. They've gave them the engine. No, it's not the same.
It's the same.
It's not the same. The person made content. If it's free or if it's charged, they're making content. The definition of content is making actual story and doing stuff, not just a skin, not just a pickaxe, not just a pair of pants, like an actual content, story-driven content.
If it's an actual piece, like let's say, for instance, like the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout, that's content. That's an entirely different thing, an entirely different story, an entirely different area. You paid for it. That's content.
Yeah, but that
charging me for a mission that has a companion and story in it is a piece of something.
No, but it's content. That you're getting into more of depth here. I'm asking you, content, a skin, is it content? Is a skin content? No. Is dialogue, character story building an actual story around the character, is that content?
Is it one mission?
It doesn't matter what
Anything
it is.
Can be content.
No,
Anything
that's not
can
true.
Be content.
Then I guess a skin's content then.
Anything that I have to work towards to get the item
that's not working towards.
could be content. You can consider it content.
No, you purchase the skin for $15. Is it content? It's a plain simple.
Purchasing a skin is not content.
That's my point. So I'm asking you, if a person makes actual dialogue, story, everything in part of it, is it considered content? Yes, it is. It's content. Doesn't matter if it's free or paid. It's still content.
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
So if games are $70 and you don't have to pay, but $18 to play, so why is it not if you enjoy the game, support them? That's not the conversation, Nate. The conversation is it considered content, substantial content, if someone's putting dialogue, story, like building a character from scratch, all of this stuff, is that considered content, or is a skin content? That's my question. It doesn't matter if you paid $70 for the game. The question is content considered a skin you pay $15 for, or you paid $7 for an hour worth of content? Story, backstory, character you can have after the fact, or whatever. Free or not, is it considered content? Fan-made things and corporate stuff get held to a different standard, in my opinion. But why? If I make something on the creation kit, and I take 6 months out of my... I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I make something for 6 months. I put it into the game. Free or paid. It's substantial content. Doesn't matter if it's 10 minutes or an hour. Okay? I make something. It's got depth, story, conversation. You're interacting with the character. That's content. I'm not allowed to charge for that? If I'm the corporation, but I'm allowed to charge for it if I'm a modder. Why is the corpro and then a modder held to different standards? I'm just asking if it's content. Content's content. Skins are not content. Never will be. A character that you put in the game, I'm Mandalorian, I'm Boba Fett inside the game. That's not content. That's just the skin. And they can't charge for that because it's Star Wars, but even if they did charge for it, okay, that's not content. Just makes you look different. Content, you get stuff. That's what I'm saying, Nate. And that's the discussion that we're having. Sarge doesn't think it's content. It's not substantial enough.
You are trying to piecemeal a game. You are trying to separate a game into pieces and sell it back to me.
You are talking about the corporate. I'm not asking you about the corporate. I'm asking if someone makes content and puts content in the actual game and asks for money, if it's a modder or if it's the corporate people doing it themselves. Is it content? That is the question. Nothing more, nothing less.
Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is. Depends on what it is.
I pay $7 for more story? Sure. Right? And like I said earlier today, if the Tracker Alliance mission that they have is $7 for that one mission, but they already have one in the game, so that's one mission, right? So the Crimson Fleet mission, that was a side quest in the game, has, I think, 12 segments inside the actual thing. Okay? Now, obviously, that's in the game, right? That's part of the $70. Okay, that's part of the actual main quest of 126 missions inside the game. That's one of that section. Okay, now they have the Trackers Alliance, which is one mission, and let's say they make 6 total. Okay, 6 total, and if they put it out there, it could be DLC for $35, but they don't put it out as $35. They gave you the first one for free. They charge for the second one for $7. They put the third one in for free. That maybe they charge for the fourth one for another $7. Right? In total, there's 6 missions, which if they put them together would cost you $35. Is that considered DLC and content? Sarge is saying he doesn't want it because it's meal pieced together, right? And I agree with that, right? I would rather pay $30 or whatever it is for the entire DLC, whatever that is, like a Far Harbor, okay, where it's an actual story, character story, and building and stuff like that, then meal piece get together going $7 here, $7 there, $7 here, $7 there, waiting over time, right? That I understand. But at the end of the day, if you wait, you don't get Starfield right now, right? You don't get the Trackers Alliance right now. You don't want it. You wait till all their Tracker Alliance comes out, and then they sell you a bundle for $35. Is that wrong? I don't think it is, because at that point, you're buying DLC. You're buying a bundle of DLC. What I don't agree with is review bombing it. Well, that's going to happen, right? But a lot of people don't look at reviews, Dolphin. They don't. Most people buy a game, they pick up the box, or they look at a couple pictures and go, that looks cool, and they buy it. That's the majority of the population that plays video games. If 25 million bought a game and you have 100,000 reviews, that's not a lot of reviews from the bigger picture. You know what I mean? So what is this purple lightning I have? Is this a thing on my gun, or is this a thing that's happening in the event?
I think we got roped into this.
Incoming hostiles detected.
This is the control point, isn't it?
I think we got roped into this. I think they let us here the bounty guy was around the corner, and it led to this, and this is not the thing.
We already got the bounty. The bounty's done. This is the next thing.
I don't know. We'll see.
No, I know. I looked at it and marked the thing. We already beat the bounty.
This game is notorious for doing that shit.
Kirby says, "That fan doesn't have the resources or reach compared to Corpro and also needs to split the cost with Corpro. Support and PA shops over Corpro. Fan is MA and PA, for instance." Yeah, but if a person gets the tools to make the stuff, and that person is okay making the thing, then why is that bad, though? I don't understand that. I'm not saying you're saying it's bad, Krebsy, but, like, if I have to split, like, the creation engine is put out there. Like, Epic takes a point of everyone that makes something from Unreal Engine, right? Doesn't matter if you're a modder or developer. Like, you get, if you use the Unreal Engine, and once you start selling it, you have to pay a percentage to Epic because they gave you the tools.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think modders should get paid if they're making stuff for their game. Because they're making stuff better. They're making stuff for the game better than the developers do sometimes.
But
so
that's
they
what's
should
happening.
Get paid.
But that's what's happening in the Creation Club.
Some of them, not all of them. Some of them.
No, there's verified ones that are not part of Bethesda, right? Those are verified people that are just making the thing for themselves, like for the game, but it's not for Bethesda, right? They're separate from Bethesda. And then there's Bethesda-made ones, sort of like when Rockstar makes their Rockstar ones over the other people that make it inside game. The Recreation Club isn't... What's MA? MA and PA shop, it's Amazon. What do you mean? What's MA? What am I missing there? Instead of selling me a sandwich for $20, you're selling me pickles, lettuce, onions, mustard, ketchup, patty, buns for $4, and then wind up getting charged $28.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Sure, but that's
exactly what it is.
But that's DLC that you don't need, right? The game itself is out there, right? This is extra on top of the game that they charged you $70 for, and in this situation, you actually don't even have to pay $70 to play Starfield.
Right. It gives you another reason why would I pay for it when I could just get it on Game Pass? Everything that they do is showing you the value is I should just get it for Game Pass because then I don't have to pay all this shit.
Yeah, but then if they save you $70,
what they're saying.
Right, if they save you $70 there, then you could spend $7 on a mission, right?
Right.
Look, I've been on record saying for Marvel's Avengers and stuff, right? If they can just sell me content, if they sell me a $15 content, story content, I'll be willing to pay the $15, $20 for DLC. Like Borderlands, like other stuff in the past, like a Far Harbor, all the stuff that they made for Fallout in the past. I'll be more than glad to give them money.
I don't think anybody did as well as Borderlands 2 did with their DLCs. As far as DLCs go.
No, I think Fallout did a very good job with their DLCs that they did in the past.
Yeah, but Fallout only had 2 DLCs. Borderlands had like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to think if there's another... Are we surrounded? No.
Something happened. Something bad happened. Some yellow guy came out with a name on him.
Slimy over here. Oh, mom and pop. Okay. Is that what you're saying? You're all still ignoring all the free shit in Creation Club and focusing on one $7 mission. I'm not. I wasn't focusing on that one $7 mission, Dolphin. I was asking the question of content to non-content DLC is what I was focusing on. I wasn't trying to focus on the $7 one. I was using the $7 one as an example. That's why I said it doesn't matter the cost of it, right? I was just talking about content over non-content DLC, right? To me, content of what they do in Fortnite or Call of Duty and all that shit, none of that is content. That is just fluff that they're selling you for $15, $20, $25 for skins, where what Starfield is doing is not doing what that is. They're giving you actual content. Now, I said this morning, could you argue that the $7 is too much for that one piece of content? Yes, 100%. But you don't have to buy it then. You can wait for it to go on sale, and you can wait for it. They come out with a bunch of different missions and then buy them all for that one price, because they know they're not going to sell it. 3rd Street Northwest. Now this is a bounty we have to go do. Where is the upstairs?
Supply room access unlocked.
You're talking about the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get it? Lord of Destruction is the benchmark of all expansions. Should have gone by. What's Destruction? Lord of Destruction. Which I don't think I've ever played that game. What did they do, Jason? Or how did they do it? So with a 4 or 5 DLC, how do you know it wasn't supposed to be on the game already, and now they're selling it? You don't know, and this is why my question in the very beginning of my question, Nate, was how long does the company have to wait before they put stuff out before they can charge for it, right? That was my original question, right? Is a company allowed to wait? Like, obviously, I've been on record saying this for Destiny. They were selling the DLC before the game came out, right? The Dark Below, House of Wolves, they were selling that DLC before it even came out, right?
Yep.
Shattered Space.
Which bumped up the game to a $100 game.
Shattered Space, same thing, but the difference between Shattered Space, what Starfield's doing, and other companies that do this with the Season Pass, even Outlaws is doing it, right? That the content's being sold ahead of time, but it doesn't come out till like a year later, right? So, but what Destiny asked for was that they wanted the base game. This is Destiny 1 now. House of Wolves and Dark Below. Dark Below came out 2.5, 3 months after the game launched, right? So it's like really close to launch. So it's like, did they hold it back to sell you an extra $15, $20 to make money? Yes. Okay. And they're like, no, we didn't do that. And then people got into that area because they knew it was locked away because it was actually on the disc, and they held that back. Now that's a conversation that you could have. I'm saying like No Man's Sky, right? Was out for 2 years, and they started adding content. If they started wanting to add content to it, I think they could charge for it. They're not. So it sets a standard there for them. Starfield puts a Creation Club out 10 months after the game came out, 9 months after the game came out, and 90% of it's free. I would say 95% of it's free. Okay, because
where's this bounty?
I didn't click it yet. Hold on. Look, it's here. Yeah, there's 2. So they put it out there, and 95% of the stuff that's on the market is free. Okay, and then they're charging. They're charging for things. Is there someone closer? No. Oh, actually, I fast travel to that store. The DZ? No. I thought oh yeah, fast travel to the DZ. Go there. Just gone Eagle Star.
Scanning.
Are you at the
Diablo
DZ?
2. Gotcha. Yeah, I went to the DZ because in the DZ, you can leave here and then. Oh wait, can I not get out of this room? No, don't ready up. How do I cancel?
DZ drop incoming.
Nope. I don't want. I want to cancel. I don't want to. I'm gonna you. I was trying to get there faster.
What's going on now?
Why
am I getting a boot? Why am I booted in a load screen?
Oh god.
Access granted.
I don't want to be here.
Any target lost. Yeah, go ahead. Well, whatever bounty that was, it's gone now.
Well, it's
so you find another one.
No, it's the same one. It's just target nearby side mission must be completed before starting the mission. Are you kidding me? Where's the side mission? What the fuck are we talking about?
The control point went back to red.
The one we just took
I don't know
over?
what's going. I don't know what's going on there. Is that what we're talking about now?
I have no idea. Manhunt, Trial, Judicious Square. It says, yeah, 3rd Saints Southwest, right? So now I click on it. I go to Bounty. I click
Which
on...
guy are we on? Are we on Echo? Is that who we're on?
Zeus Affairs is what we're on. I click on it. And then it brings up the... Oh, locating bounty target. Maybe it'll fix it now. Nope. Nearby side mission must be complete before starting the bounty. Oh, something got fucked up.
So what's the mission right now?
It's supposed to be a bounty, but now it's saying it's a side mission that we have to do. But I don't know what the side mission is.
So what's the side? What does it say?
It doesn't say anything.
It says nothing.
No.
Okay.
Trial located Judicial Square. Complete trials to locate Aaron Keener. The next step that we're on is 3rd Street Northwest. I have a question. Are you the leader or am I the leader? I'm the leader.
You're the leader.
All right. I'm going to back out of the game because something fucked up here. So quit the game and then we'll start it. Gotta quit. If No Man's Sky added one mission and asked for $7, it too would be a fucking stupid. Sure.
It's the fact that people are talking about like this is no big deal. Condition, nobody cares.
See, I think of it differently. I think it's stupid that people are talking about it that they don't want to pay $7 for content, and they're okay paying $15 for a skin. That's where I'm coming from. Right? They're okay paying double the price for nothing, or $80 for a skin, but they're not okay paying.
Conditioned.
Correct, but they're not okay paying $7 for actual content, regardless however long that is, or how much it is, or how long it is. They are upset that they have to pay $7 for content.
That's because after 8 years of skins, you're conditioned for the skin. It hasn't been, I'm selling you individual pieces of a sandwich for a specific amount of money, haven't been conditioned that way yet. Now comes the conditioning of this. How much is something worth to you to extend the life of the game? And so now the dollar values are going to fluctuate until they zero in on this one. That's why you have the difference between the $50 skin is fine to them and the $7 mission is not. It's because they haven't been conditioned to be okay with it now.
Okay.
Right? That's the difference.
All right. It's right down the street.
You do remember that everybody was bitching about like certain things in a game, like horse armor or this and that. I can't believe it. And now it's like no big deal. It's whatever.
Right. Dolphin brings up a good point, though. He says it's been around for so long, yet now it's a problem because it's Starfield, and I think that's another thing to do with it, right? Because people shit on Starfield for whatever reason, and now because it's $7 and it's actual content, they're bitching about it because it's Starfield, not because of this actual $7. Isn't Star Wars locking a mission behind a paywall for $40? Yeah, there's that too.
Yeah,
Water.
exactly.
That's another good thing.
Exactly.
Right? Which is scummy because it's DLC that they're unlocking if you pay more money, right? And if the people don't pay for the early access for it, then they have to wait until that season pass comes out for it, right? It's in the building, right? Yeah, it's in the building.
Like we've seen this stuff happen before. There's once again, there is no consumer protection. It's just, this is how we break down our product. this is what we're charging for our product, and the market decides whether or not the product price is valid or it's valuable, and I'll buy it or not buy it. That's where we are. This is where we are.
Right, because the problem is, let's say there wasn't skins, right?
We're in the middle. We're right where we were before. North.
This is where we are. We have to kill these people. No, it's north. It's north of us. Behind us. Yeah.
Everything in this game is to segue you. Don't fall for it.
So what happens now is, let's just say there's no microtransactions in the world, right? There's no microtransactions for skins in the world. And the problem that in this alternate timeline, sort of like Dune Awakening, okay? In this alternate timeline, there is no microtransactions, so there is no $80 skins, there is no $15 skins, there's none of that. But now
you would just play the game and
hold on,
you would find it.
Hold on a second. But now we're in a world where DLC is nickel and diming you for 1 mission here, 5 missions there, instead of the traditional DLC where you pay $20, $30 for a substantial amount of content, right? That's a completely different realm now. And then, yes, that's a fucking problem as well, right? So the problem with skins is that you're paying for skins that are $15, $20, $25, $40, $80 for microtransactions.
Disposable income.
Right?
Disposable income.
And now you're adding, on top of that, now you're adding DLC that instead of lumping it all together, I think they should put Trackers Alliance and add the whole thing. I think if it's like 6 missions, whatever it is, just don't add it now. Add it when you're done with him, put him in the thing, and then charge $20 for it or whatever, right? Because I don't know, would you rather have a world where you're nickel and dime for all the stuff, $7 here, $6 there, or would you rather have DLC? I want to go back to DLC. I just want DLC. I want good chunks of DLC and story. Make a product, sell a product.
They make more money when you separate.
Right.
That's how this works. If I divide it all up and I charge individually for each little thing, I'm going to get more charging individually.
Does anyone know how I can get to the True Sun's tactical being farming hella control points and get to drop? Or the technical assessment. Is that a how do I get to the True Sun's tactical assessment? Do you know, Sarge? Because you've been playing this a lot more than me.
I'm lost on the actual phrase.
Are you looking?
You're asking how to get to a location?
Right. Are you looking for a farm a certain thing to get gear? Lee J, are you looking to farm a certain piece of gear? You still get the mission at some point for Outlaws if you don't get the versions. I'm just wait then. You only get it if you buy the DLC down the road, right? So it's a bonus now, Nate. So if you spend $130 in Outlaws, you get the game, you get the season pass, and you get the extra mission that's part of the season pass, but you get it unlocked day 1. Okay? So if you don't get the season pass and the 3-day early access or whatever it is, then you don't get that mission until it comes out if you purchase that DLC down the road, like that season pass. Water says, I just want expansion packs. DLC, paid $20, $30. Right. And I get it, Water. That's exactly where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. I've always been there. Never left. I want content that's in chunks. Right? Do I think the $7 is a little high? I do personally. But at the same time, I would rather pay $7 for content than pay $15 for a skin. That's what I'm saying, right? I'm not saying it's correct, but what I'm saying is at least they're putting fucking content in the content. Because just buying a skin for $15, $20, $25, $40, $80, $100, $500 is fucking ridiculous.
Don't even get me started comparing how much a DLC for Borderlands 2 was and what that game actually consisted of as far as your term content is concerned.
Content is just content. Content means story, characters, gear, weapons, whatever game it is. Content, actual stuff that you do in the game.
Yeah, and that's why I don't look at $7 as the content. Sorry. I will not be sold a sandwich in pieces. Sorry. My brain will not allow me to say, this is okay. This is normal. Not going to happen. took like 15 to 20 hours to do a DLC from Borderlands 2 if you played through it. And the DLC I think was like 25 or 30 bucks at the time.
Sure, but how long was Borderlands to beat from beginning to end? It's like a 7-hour story? 8-hour story?
We didn't do it in 7 hours.
You could
Way longer than 7 hours.
No, you could play
when
the
you're
main...
powered up.
Yeah,
when
no,
you're powered up, you could do it in
you
7
can play
hours. Not
through
in the
the
very
main-
beginning when you go through the game.
You can play the main story, I believe it's like, I want to say 8 to 12 hours, I would say it is, right? Off the top of my head. Right? Someone look it up real fast. How long is all of Borderlands, like, to do the main campaign? You know what? Fuck it, I'll just do it myself. Okay. Borderlands 2 Game of the Year Edition is about 30 and a half hours in length. That's with all the DLCs, though, right? That's with all the DLCs. So let me look at... let's see. Main story is... Rushed is 19 hours. Okay. Leisure, 52 hours. Okay. Average, 30 hours. Main plus extras is $66, or 66 hours. Leisurely, 143 hours. Completionist is 226 hours, but that's with all DLCs. So how many DLCs was there?
Well, let's see. I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, Mr. Torg. You had the pirate one. You had the Flintlock, Krippenlock, whatever his name was, the Mr. Dinosaur guy one, and then Tiny Tina's dungeon thing.
Dungeon, yeah, the dungeon one.
So that's 4.
I think there's 4 or 5, right? Something like that. I think there's 5. I want to say there's 5. So, how much was each expansion when it came out originally?
25 or 30 bucks at the time.
Each
It was half. It was half the game. I think it was half the game. I think it was like 20 bucks, 25 bucks.
So let's say $20.
The games were 50 bucks back then,
right? So it's additional $80. That's an additional $80 on top of the $60 that you paid for originally, right? So that's $140 for all the content, right? For 100, it says 30 hours main campaign, 62. This is Borderlands Game of the Year Edition, right? So with all the content, okay, with 62 hours main and sides, 129 completion. Let's just say it's 200, right? Let's just say it's 200. So if you bought it day one and then waited for all the expansions and bought them day one for each expansion that came out, you're paying $140, $150 for the game. Okay. Now, Starfield, you could do the exact same thing for the main campaign by itself without any DLCs right now for about the same amount of time leisurely. But I think it said this morning 143 hours to do completionist, right? And you can go up to 400 hours easy for doing all the other shit in the world. So now that's comparable, right? That's comparable. After all the DLCs, Starfield's that big without the DLCs.
What am I looking at League of Legends for?
What are you looking at? What?
What am I looking at League of Legends for?
Oh, League of Legends got they have a $500 fucking skin. $500 skin.
That's because there are people that have more disposable income than other people, and they're reaching out into that market in order for them to pay for that item. They know there are people there that have the money that will just throw it. It's disposable income. That's what disposable income is. If you make enough salary, you spend a certain amount of money on entertainment. That's your disposable income. You don't have to worry about, I spend money on this. So when people are in different tax brackets, they have different things. And so the gaming industry has decided that we're going to separate people into groups, right? And this is how we're going to market to them. I'm going to sell the people that have the money the things. And so if I charge the guy who makes 25 grand a year $10 for a skin, I can charge $500 for the guy that makes $1 million a year because it's the same bracket. It doesn't fucking matter. right? It's just them trying to get more money out of the system. That's fine, but that's business. That I understand. But to systematically break apart a game, this is why I keep saying every fucking week, it's not about games anymore. It's not. You are buying entertainment, that's great, but it's not about a game anymore. It's about how much they can get out of it. That's it. We're all in different brackets now. It's not just gamers playing. It's like, okay, we got to get to this game or this group, this group, this group, and we got to market to this group and that group. See how much money we get out of them. Before it was we sell games. We sell games. Oh, and how does the game do well? If we make a good game, it sells well. Great. Now it doesn't matter if the game is good or not. It matters what's in the store that makes people want to buy it, even though it's a crappy game.
Well, I think you're not wrong about what you're saying, but for the main point of the conversation,
it's a store.
Yeah, but for the main
store.
Yeah, but the game itself has got plenty of shit to do in the game for the $70.
It's still a store.
No, I understand that, but there's plenty of stuff to do in the game, way more than most games, and you don't have to pay the $70 now, right?
So you're paying the $70. You're just not paying it all at once.
Well, you're playing other games, so to clarify that, to put that all together, you're not just paying the $70 for that one game anymore. You're paying $70 for a bunch of.
All right, where is this thing?
Straight down the line, straight down the road. There's nothing to go faster. If you teleport to the safe houses. I mean, we can veer the bus off the road, but again, my problem is people paying $15, $20, $30, $40 for a cosmetic, and being upset about paying $7 for a piece of content.
They've assigned value to it, and I'm pretty sure you're hearing arguments from two different groups, not the same group, because the group that's mad about paying $7 for a mission and not complaining about the $15 skin are not the same people.
Well,
they're not the same people. You're using two different groups of people.
Well, the people that are complaining about it are probably the people that didn't even play fucking Starfield. I'll be honest with you. They had no interest in Starfield, and yet they're complaining about Starfield.
Because I'm pretty sure if you spend $15 on a skin, $7 for a mission isn't an issue.
Hence why Dolphin's saying they're bringing it to a problem because of Starfield. Right? It's not because people are mad, don't even play the game. That's what I'm saying, Dolphin. I think the people that are making this a big deal, we're having a conversation about it, right? But the people that are making it part of a big deal are people that probably don't even fucking play the game. Didn't want to play the game, didn't buy the game, didn't even buy the game to play it on Game Pass. They didn't have no interest in the game. And yet they're complaining about the $7 microtransaction, even though it's not a microtransaction because it's not just a skin, it's actual content.
And you have to remember, they would not be taking these kind of chances with pissing away IP if they didn't have an anchor game that's making them billions of dollars for them to keep making these chances to make the next billion-dollar game.
Well, I think here's the thing with the business model of Game Pass. I think this is the way they make more money, right? Because if they're not making $70 off the game, which they are still, because people are still buying $70 games, right? And the people that are playing it off of Game Pass, they're not making the $70 off of that right away, but they are making that in the longer run because of either Game Pass itself or microtransactions. So the business model for Microsoft is to make games like Sea of Thieves, like Forza Horizon, like Halo, like whatever, that it's going to have some sort of microtransaction storefront in there, so it is baked into what the design of the game is. And the design of the game of Starfield is big, gigantic worlds that you can explore in the galaxy, but at the same time, it's more for you to play the game, and if you like what you're playing, here's more of it, right? Here's more stuff for you if you like it. Because if you're a person that bought the game, then sure, I guess you can complain that you're paying $7 for DLC for one mission. But if you are playing it on Game Pass, I don't really think you have a leg to stand on to complain about a $7 thing because you didn't pay full price for the game. And you could decide not to buy it because you're each their own. You don't need that mission to continue to enjoy the game. There's plenty of stuff in the game to enjoy. Watch out. Our left side.
Hostage health is...
What hostage?
Kill the hostage.
I don't know what they're talking about. This game thinks we're doing like 14 different things at once.
Oh, was there a hostage outside or something?
I guess. Apparently.
Majority of the people bought the deluxe edition and got 1,000 creation points and bought the mission for free. Right? They just gave them because that wasn't part of the thing, right? That wasn't even part of the thing when you first originally bought the that edition. That they were going to give you 1,000 creation points, right? So people bought it for the DLC and the early access, and that's what they got it for. So the $30 they spent for the deluxe edition or premium edition was for the game and the DLC of Shattered Space. We have to go through the...
I mean, but we talked about this when Starfield was released. We said it's going to be the game. You're going to hate it, don't hate it, but it's going to be a giant store. And this is the beginning of it.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, man. I mean, I'm looking at that creation store, and I have 30 mods included to change my experience
Just like
in the
Fallout.
game. Correct, right?
Just like Fallout.
And
just like Skyrim.
I didn't spend one dime. I didn't spend one dime.
Same. Why are these guys shooting at each other? Something weird's happening. Those guys were shooting at each other.
I think they're coming from the left side. Yeah, on top.
You know, it's always about. It's not about making a good product anymore. It's about making a good storefront to keep people in the store longer to buy items. That's the difference. I understand we're all being entertained. I get how it's supposed to work.
I
but
would
it's
say
not a video game anymore.
I would say that for the majority of that is true for a lot of games. But a lot of games are complete, are done. Like, Cyberpunk is done. I mean, it took 3 years to get there. But there's no store in that, right? I don't think there's a store in Cyberpunk.
Can't speak for Cyberpunk. I don't have it.
Right, well, I'm just saying, well... And then Starfield, I mean... It was a complete game. It wasn't a half-assed game for what they did, right? Is the base game of Starfield not good? I loved it, Dolphin. Yeah, I loved it.
I mean, getting the powers is repetitive. Blatant
sure.
repetitive.
Sure.
But yeah.
But I played it in a way where I didn't even do the main story first, right? The main story is for that. I played the side missions and stuff first, and I thought it was an excellent game for that. And then when I played the main campaign, it was a little lackluster, and I agree with that. But overall, the game's not shitty because of just that. Like, the game itself is quite amazing for what you can do in it. Four guys coming.
I mean, what is like the OK Corral? What's happening over here?
I heard voices, but it's the people outside the building. We have to go up. We're going down. Oh, we're going down. Up in here.
I mean, I know for a fact that if they didn't have the anchor games that keep the money flowing in, for them to keep trying to make these other crazy games in these stupid ways and pissing away IP, and for them not to care about it, that's the part that should concern you, is IP that's been around for 8 years plus or 10 years plus. They don't care. They don't care that it's not popular anymore. They don't care. They just care that they can't do their business model with that IP, so they just like, next.
Well, for instance, you know, I know a lot of people give shit to Bethesda for everything they make, but the Fallout 76 update that just came out, I haven't played it yet myself, but that's free, right? That's a substantial DLC with story and characters and gear and bosses and like a shit ton of stuff, and that's free. Right? You don't gotta pay 1 cent for that. But they subsidize that because of the atomic shop.
Correct.
I hope you found it illuminating. Bridge is very good at pretending to be the person you want her to be. There's her special talent. After the
All right, we
poison,
completed it.
people stop pretending.
Complete what?
Shh.
What did we complete?
He's talking. Hold on.
Try to fix the
Not to me, he's not.
Hold on a second.
And now for your next challenge. Patience. I'll let you know when we're ready to start the next trial. Hercules.
Target neutralized. Good work.
He says congratulations for beating the first thing.
Looks like you earned yourself another
I'll
bounty.
get back
Well
to you
done.
when I have more for you, basically.
So all we really do is run around. It's not even new guys or anything. It just gives you an excuse to run around the map again. That's all this is.
Right. You're not even fighting like you're fighting name bosses.
That's
that have already
all
been
this
named.
is.
Yeah,
Yep,
they've
that's
already
all
been
this
named.
is.
So all you. Get
I'm not
to do
sure.
Is,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'll be doing this anymore. Honestly, there's nothing going on.
Well, we can wait till it. What is 3 weeks here? 6 weeks? 9 weeks?
Yeah.
So in 9 weeks we can come back and just do it all, and then
Just knock it out.
and just knock it out for.
We'll
for
just
Keenan.
do the Tour de France. We'll just do the Tour de France and we'll go around the town.
Yeah. Clancy says it doesn't matter if everyone got it for free. The discussion is on them charging $7 for one mission as existence. Everyone getting it for free doesn't change the fact that they're doing that. True, absolutely right, Krubsy. Right, and it's a test, right? They want to see they're giving that money out for free.
It's always a test,
right? They're giving that money out for free, and they're seeing
what will they buy,
what they choose to spend their money on. Right. So it's a 100% a test, right? So there's the vendors out there, that the verified vendors that when they make content like the companion that person put out there for $5 with all the stuff that they did, and then the mission that they put out there for $7, right? They're going to see what people are spending their money on companions, on stories, on things like content, or if they're going to spend it on something else, right? A lot of the stuff is free, man. I mean, I added a whole bunch of more missions and stuff to my game for free from modders. They're just putting stuff in the game. The whole mini game to be a mining colonist now with asteroids and whatnot. That's free. Let's see. Fact. We're now saying you can't comment on games monetization unless you play. So no more making fun of Star Citizen. Who said that?
I'm confused. How do we get there? Someone give me the segue.
Who said that?
Somebody give me the segue about what that was.
All Sarge said earlier was he can't comment because he didn't play Cyberpunk.
I didn't play Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
I don't know if it has a store. I don't know what has inside it.
He wasn't saying that he can't comment because he didn't play it like that way. He said I can't comment because I didn't play it.
I don't know what's inside it.
Right, I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know what's in the store. Is what he was saying.
Store,
if that's what you're
not a
taking
store.
off of that, Krebsy, that's not what he was. That's not what he was saying.
I don't know what's in it. I didn't play it, so I don't know what the story is or what's going on.
Not in response to Sarge. In response to who then? Who else said it? I asked if he played the mission. Ah, okay.
Let me be your one-stop.
Yeah, because I don't think it's. I think it's fine, Dolphin. If I don't play a lot of games, right? But I read a lot of news stories, right? So I'll have conversations about stuff personally, right? I'm not speaking for Krebsy, right? That I don't know about, and I try to educate myself on. But I can't argue or have a conversation like I'm having now if I didn't play a game myself, right? But I can still hold myself to ask questions about certain things, right? Like I don't play Warframe every day, but I know what Warframe. I've played it in the past. I don't know about it now, but their monetization practices, is that fair because it's a free to play game and whatnot? Game monetization supersedes the game itself and should be questioned unless you allow yourself to be conditioned and end up with $15 skins 2.0. Right. And again, in an alternate timeline, if there wasn't skins and they were meal piecing the content and they were charging $7 alone, is that scummy? And I think it is. But at the same time, and I'm not, what's the term? Like when you don't like in politics, you don't like either side, so you're like, I'm just choosing the less of two evils, right? If it came down to it, gun to head. And they said, what content would you rather have? Skins for $15 or $7 for a mission? I would pick $7 mission over $15 skins, right? Because the mission has content, has content. There's someone took time to put the dialogue and the story plot and the guns that you're using and all that stuff.
But the problem is you decided to give me two options that no one should have had to begin with.
Absolutely.
You're giving me two options to pick from that should never have happened.
It's better, right? The lesser of two evils, whatever that expression is, right? Lesser of two evils. You're like, I don't really like any of it, but if I had to pick.
Listen, the gaming industry got together and decided that they know that they were underutilizing the ability for them to harvest money from the consumer. The amount of money that they're getting from the game is insignificant to the amount of money they get from the people buying shit inside the game. It's been proven multiple times over the years how much money a game actually sells for and how much money they actually make from inside the game, right? That's the story. They have decided 10 years ago that this is the road they were going to go down because they needed to we have to expand the business. And how do we expand the business? We can't charge for more for the game, but lo and behold, they figured out what the threshold is for someone to actually buy a video game, and they're able to raise that $10, not $5, $10, and then say afterwards, well, it's still not enough, so then we're going to implement all the things that we've learned over the last 10 years in order to make the most money possible in the game. Now, once again, not mad about it because it's a business. They decided this is the business model that they decided to go with.
Right.
But it's the consumers who have now decided that a $50 game 25 years ago was absolutely fine. But a $130 game now is still okay, and I'm going to give you another $230 after that one. And the reason why you're not really mad is because in the back of your mind, you're still considering it disposable income. It doesn't matter to you. And so they realized that the number needed to be higher because they were being undercut. They just were. Okay, follow the logic. When games were no longer being sold in a store and you're buying them digital, immediately at that point, they were getting a 35% bump, right? Because 35% of the game was being taken away because of the middleman, transportation and everything else, right? So $22.50 or was it 24 something was being taken out of the game. And that's when games were like $50. So at that point, they were getting only half of the profits to the game because half of it was going to middlemen and transportation and everything else, right? The $22.50, because the game was originally was $50. Right. So now a game is $70. Now, if the game was $70 and it still had to be sold at a store, okay, that would technically be almost 40% of the game, right? But now that's gone. There is no store. So the 30% that you had already lost, you got immediately. So you basically almost doubled your profit from doing nothing but selling a digital game.
Right. Same thing.
Now on top of that, you raise the price $10 and you're selling stuff inside the store. Don't tell me they're not making money. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I don't care. Every time there's a firing and you guys think you didn't buy enough DLC or fucking skins or some nonsense, you're losing it. You're losing it. There's no shot.
I need to level up 4 more times to finish out my watch on the.
Like, I get it. The system has been broken for a while now, but this apathy for like the developers and these people, they're not making money though, they're getting fired. Like, that discussion has ended. You volunteered to work for X number of dollars for X number of months. You signed a contract. You got paid. And then afterwards, the company decided that we don't need you anymore because we don't have the money to make the next game, so you're going to have to go someplace else. So basically, it's like being a bounty hunter and being a developer because you don't know whether your next job is going to be or not because you just don't know.
Well, that's how my industry was.
Whereas somehow before, we were able to get a job, work at a company to make a thing, and then continue making things at that job and still stay in that job without all this turmoil. So how is it before, when it was a solid product and you were only getting 45% or 50%, I'll go higher, 60% of the item, everybody was fine, right? But now that you're getting 80% of the item, and you have a stores and things inside selling product, now it's no longer fine anymore. We just can't hang on to people anymore. You have to think that I'm retarded. You have to actually believe that I believe that for a moment, that the economy is that ridiculous at this point, that selling a product for almost double and selling stuff inside the product to get more money is not enough to sustain a company. I'm sorry.
Who is shooting shit at me? Jesus Christ.
Just doesn't make any sense anymore, man. We're talking stupid now.
Oh my god, dude, I'm getting wrecked over here. Absolutely wrecked.
Everyone's living in Fantasyland. If you're okay paying $15 for a skin, and you're okay paying $7 for a mission, and you're okay doing these other things that were never before done. You just bought a game and you had fun with your boys and that was it, and you went on to the next game. If you're okay with it, then you can no longer complain about any of it because you're contributing to it.
Right.
The only way it stops is for you not to buy it. Like, legit not buy it at all. Like, nothing. The game, the skin, nothing. But the problem is that your overwhelming sense of entitlement for yourself. What? I want to have fun. I get it. I want to have fun too, right? I want to have fun. But you're not willing to sacrifice your personal entertainment for the betterment of the hobby that you grew up with.
Yeah,
You think that this is the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I disagree. This is not how it's supposed to be. This is how it's supposed to be because we allow it to be. Because you think there's no other way for you to get a game. This is the only way to get a game. Okay. Then I guess this is how you're going to play. This is what you're going to do. I'm sorry. I mean, this is how it is.
I mean, when you look at independent games, they make some really good games. They don't charge $70 and then microtransactions on top of that. They just.
I mean, all I'm thinking about now is it's just another stepping stool. So if your company doesn't sell store and stuff inside the game, it's because you're not big enough. But as soon as you get big enough, that's it. You're in the same boat with everybody else. Once again, if you're okay with it, we're good. But you can't bitch. You can't bitch because there's more than a handful of ways to entertain yourself on a daily basis, whether it be electronic or not. And if you think that the systematic destruction of your hobby for monetary gain, and as long as your disposable income level is high enough, you don't care about it, then you can't bitch. You can't bitch.
Well,
you just have to accept it.
I don't think those people with disposable incomes are bitching, though. You know what I mean?
The people with disposable incomes don't bitch because
that's what I'm saying. They have the money.
In their
they don't
mind,
bitch.
this is the amount of money I have to pay to be entertained, and that's just it. Yeah,
well,
I get it.
It's not even them being entertained for that much money. They just don't care. They're just like, it's just simpler that way, right?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
They don't care that they're paying $500 for a skin. To them, $500 is not $500. $500 to them is $10 with that disposable income.
But once again, it's all relative. It's
of course.
all relative.
Yeah. If times 2 home stars. Who is shooting at me from behind? Fuck's sake! God damn! Where am I getting shot from?
Oh, in case you didn't know, if you shoot down the street and there are guys down there, it's an automatic they're aggroed, just so you know. So make sure you're shooting at guys that actually are near you. I mean, somebody's eventually gonna do the story about video games, and they're gonna say between the years of 2014 and 2024, the gaming industry quadrupled or quintupled in profits. Like someone's gonna do the story, and you're all gonna be like, "That's incredible! I didn't even know that." Like, it's impossible not to know that. It's impossible not to know that.
I think there's going to be, like, for instance, Wavefinder. They completely changed their business model. They went from an MMO with heavy grind and microtransactions to remaking their game as an RPG. And I think that's going to be really good for them. I think that basically they went from what gaming is today to what gaming used to be, and now they relaunched their game. And I hope they do very well now, because if they don't, right, then the market would look at it and go, well, we try to do that, right? We try to do what Outriders did. We tried to make a game and sell a game, but then people didn't want to buy that game, right? So then they don't do that anymore, right? So I hope Wayfinder is a much better place now. I hope people buy that game, enjoy it, because now it's an actual game. It's not a game that was, well, it was based off of grind and microtransactions, and now it's not. Right now, it's an actual game. Buy it, be done. Play it, enjoy it. I hope more game companies do that. Come on, Pete. Are you kidding me? This guy's shooting me down the road over here. I wasn't even shooting at him. I wasn't even shooting at him. I'm shooting at guys in buildings.
Told you.
Told you. These guys over here.
As soon as you start shooting down the street, they aggro.
I didn't shoot down the street. I was shooting inside of a building. Not anywhere near these guys. Oh shit, there's more guys coming down the other side of the street now. Yeah, a whole squad.
All right.
Oh, shit. Bomb coming in. There's still guys inside this fucking thing? Oh, my God.
What, did you accidentally start this, or?
Guys behind us. No, I went to play it, yeah, because I wanted to take it over. Oh, God, I'm going to go down.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Yep, they're coming. They're coming.
That's how you. Everyone keeps complaining about the economy, right? But if the economy were that bad, no one would be buying game systems and games and all kinds of shit. Like, you'd be broke, like legit broke. Like, cannot buy it. Right? We're broke, but we still have money to entertain ourselves, so we're not that broke. Right? Even in the country's worst state, where it's just clown world, people are still doing okay. Right? Nobody's selling apples on the sides of the road. They sell flowers now, or oranges. Even that guy's got an iPhone. Like,
yeah.
The guy on the side of the road who's selling oranges, okay? He has an iPhone. So how broke is he really?
More guys coming. Yeah. I just want to play because I'll be done with my third box in each of my categories if I go up 4 more levels. Is that it? Bolt captured. Okay.
Supply room access unlocked.
I have Wayfinder on PlayStation. I'm gonna try it when the PlayStation 5 in a few weeks.
I saw the extended trailer for First Ascendant, or is it First Ascendant or Descendant? Is it Ascendant or Descendant?
The first Descendant.
Descendant.
Yeah,
right?
Descendant.
And it was like a long play, super action thing, like Destiny did originally when Destiny started.
Yep.
It's like almost exactly the same.
It's a fun game, and they supposedly made it better. I played it last year. Played it for about 10 days or so.
When's that supposed to come out?
July 9th, something like that.
Oh, I just talked to somebody, and the whole game froze, and I went back at the dashboard.
Yeah, it said you're here, but...
Awesome. I locked up so hard, the game went to dashboard. Love it, people. Love it.
Next to you, I think we're full up now.
All right, what do I have as far as... I went up 1 level.
So, what was the thing you sent me about Sony buying a movie theater now? Like, explain this to me again. I thought the whole point was that they can't... They cannot own the theater.
No, they couldn't for 75 years. And back in 2020, it was called the Paramount Clause, right? So Paramount Studios, literally back in the day, funded, and what they would do is they would show their movies in their theaters, and they wouldn't let anyone else put their movies in their theaters, right? So they basically were manipulating the market and stuff like that. So they decided...
Well, that's because you had to show it in the theater. That was back then.
Correct.
But now, okay.
So 75 years has gone by. Clip says July 11th for First Ascendant. So now Sony picked up Alamo Drafthouse. Alamo Drafthouse is not a massive corporation. It's a small indie movie theater chain. I think they have like 34, 37. They were supposed to build 2 here in the Orlando area or in the Florida area.
But they got canceled.
They went bankrupt. The whole company went under. Right? They were closed. They were closing ones in Texas. That's where they're from. Now Sony Pictures stepped in. Sony bought the company, so now Sony owns them. And people are now worried because they're like, well, I hope Alamo Drafthouse stays the way it was, because Alamo Drafthouse they never ran any kind of ads, right? All the ads and stuff that they ran
that's done. Come on,
right?
bro. That's
well, no,
done.
this is the way they did it, right? So Alamo Drafthouse, the way they did it was they would have events, right? They would have like events. So let's say they were showing like Police Academy, right? So they would show all the Police Academy movies or whatever. They would show all the thematic movies, and they would sell things, and everything would be all the commercials and stuff that were there were part of whatever event was, right? It was all like a fun little thing. Well, now people are like, well, now that they bought Alamo Drafthouse, hopefully they keep Alamo Drafthouse the same type of feel. Now,
no shot.
They think that Sony, because they own Crunchyroll, they think they're going to use that, and it fits perfectly with Alamo Drafthouse because they can show stuff at the Alamo Drafthouse and do the thematic and stuff like that with the Crunchyroll, with the anime and whatnot, and show it into their theaters. But now also, Sony can now show their pictures in their theaters, right? Because they're not a conglomerate chain like AMC or Cinemark or anything like that. It wouldn't be such a big deal if they just showed their movies inside their theaters. But now, because they bought that studio, now it's like opens up Pandora's box, right? Because now Disney could purchase AMC, and whoever else could buy Cinemark, or they could buy whatever. So then
but wait a minute. Stop for a second.
Yeah.
Right. If movie theaters are going out, they're going to disappear. Who wants to keep buying theaters to put people back in the theaters again if they want the theaters to die? Explain this to me.
So basically what they'll do now, even though they have a streaming service, if the company owns the movie theaters now, okay? Yeah. So let's say Disney buys AMC. AMC is the largest theater company in the world, okay? Now they take all the movies, instead of putting them on Disney Plus for that service, they can now put them in their theaters, and you can only watch their movies in their theaters. Okay, and now
wait for it to come to your house,
right? When they decide to release it out of theaters, right? And on top of that, now they don't have to split the revenue with theaters, right? They would own the theaters. So if the theater makes the money, now they're not splitting. It's sort of like going digital, right? Where the company doesn't have to pay GameStop anymore for that. So now they don't have to do anything. So now they make all the money on the concessions, all the money off the tickets. Right?
But that's if somebody actually goes to the theater.
But they would it does at this point. They would use it where, because theaters are not selling. How do I put it? They used to be like 500 seat theaters, right? 1,000 seat theaters, and now they've made them where they're cushy things, and there's like 100 people, 50 people inside a theater now. Even if they make
because nobody was going to the theater.
Correct.
They were sacrificing chairs for comfort because nobody was going to the theater.
Correct, but they can now reduce the price of concessions and stuff because the theaters want you to come back. And if the studios own the theaters, then they don't have to split the money with the theaters. They can just put it in their theaters. So then they can lower the concession, but they're still making full profit off that concession now, right? They're not splitting that anymore. So now a bucket of popcorn or whatever else shouldn't cost $22, right? Because
you're going to make me laugh if you think the price of concessions
I
going down.
understand.
Anyway, go ahead.
This is what I'm saying. If they want people to go back in theaters, that's one way they could do it, where they could lower the price of the stuff. Obviously, me and you both know that it would never happen. They would still keep the price of popcorn $22.
Wait a minute. So now, if the theaters were going out of business because people were having stuff sent to them digitally, right? They did that to themselves. They decided not to.
The studios did that to themselves.
They wanted to put the studios did that to themselves.
The studios dicked them. Yes, the studios dicked themselves because they were taking away from the theaters because they didn't want to pay the money to the theaters. They just wanted to put it on the streaming services. Now the theaters went bankrupt, but now the studios get to buy the theaters. See the problem?
Yeah, that's fucking retarded, bro.
Yeah.
That's retarded. That's bullshit. Right? So you did it on purpose. So you could own the theaters? Come on, man.
That's what people are thinking, yeah. So they're bailing them out by buying the studios. Now, it's not such a big deal, like I said, for Sony to do Alamo Drafthouse because it's only 34 theaters, where AMC
doesn't matter.
4,000
It doesn't matter. It means the same thing.
No, absolutely. It does mean the same thing.
But if you didn't want to put the fucking thing in the theater and you wanted to sell it to me on TV because you're trying to sell more TV, and then you're going to buy the theater, and then you're going to do the reverse, where
not sell more
I can
TV.
only
They
see it in the theater.
They didn't want to sell more TV.
I can only see it in the theater again.
They didn't want to sell more TV. They wanted to sell more subscriptions. Well, people are losing money on subscriptions. Now, Sony, to be fair, is the one company that hasn't made a fucking streaming service. Okay? They haven't made a streaming service. You can't see any of the Sony movies like on a Sony Plus thing, but they have done a streaming service for games, right? For PlayStation Plus, but they've never done it for movies. So people are thinking that this is a good thing for Sony because then they do make good quality pictures, right? Like movies and stuff. So now they're thinking that they can take their stuff, put it inside there, and then it gives an avenue for people to go into the movies. And because Alamo Drafthouse is smaller, they can make a profit off that because it's only 34 theaters, right? And it's a very niche market for what Alamo Drafthouse is. I'm excited actually because I hope they actually put money in and then open the Alamo Drafthouse here, right? Because Alamo Drafthouse I loved when I was out in Texas. I thought they were really cool theaters. Like they're not megaplexes, right? They have like 4-6 theaters, right? They're not huge movie theaters. They're just small little theaters. So a part of me is
I don't know, man.
A part of me is happy that Sony bailed out Alamo Drafthouse, but now Pandora's box is open, where now because they bought a theater, and because this went out in 2020, they gave a 2-year period, like I sent you, a grace period. So in 2022 is when it opened up, and now people could buy it, and this is the first time people do it. Now, Netflix bought 2 theaters as well. They bought an independent one in California and then one in New York. But that's only 2 theaters. Netflix did, right? Now you have Sony that top them. Instead of buying 2 theaters, now they bought 34. Well, who's going to be the next guy that buys the next Cinemark that has 2,000 theaters, right? And it's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope.
Detected. Nearby location guarded by hostiles.
Oh, sure, Reese. Sure. But the point now is, what are they going to do and how are they going to manipulate? Because that's what businesses do, right? They don't do something because out of the goodness of their heart. They do it because they want to make money, and which is not me. That's what businesses are. That's how they grow. So Sony now has a way of taking Crunchyroll, right? So maybe the subscription model is not doing very well for Crunchyroll. Okay. Well, now maybe people that are anime fans will go to these specific theaters because they'll have anime days or whatever, and they kind of bundle it all together. And now Sony's not only making the money off the films and the ticket prices, they're making money off the concessions, right? So they're making 100% of the profit instead of 30% of the profit. And that's why theaters in the past, for the past 75 years, weren't allowed to own theaters. The studios were just supposed to make the films and not the theaters
but someone's going to have to realize. Someone has to realize that's a power play, right? You basically destroy yourselves in order so you can control the theater market, so you could go back into the theater and own it all yourself.
Correct. Well, think about this. If Disney, I don't know how they would do this because they're hurting for money, but if they bought a AMC, and they have AMC on the property themselves, right? But if they bought AMC outright, Disney owns AMC, and now any movie that comes out that Disney makes is only seen in AMC, right? They can give priority to those theaters over other theaters and screw out the other competition. Because why would I put my movie in a Sony theater where they get profit off of my film? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but then you'd be self-creating a monopoly from the get-go, as opposed to buying someone out. You'd be just creating a monopoly straight.
This is why they weren't allowed to own theaters in the back in the day. But now things have changed, and now they've opened Pandora's box. That's what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. People are likely to go to the theater for anime movie than a Hollywood movie, right? And I think it's a smart play on Sony's part, right? But we'll see what happens as they do it. It'll be interesting. Right now, it's not a big deal, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. Because again, as soon as another company, another big movie studio, buys a bigger movie studio, then we're back to.
How close are you?
I'm right behind you.
How close are you to leveling up to the thing you need to level up?
Oh, I leveled up 1 already. I have 3 more levels to go. So whatever that is, I don't know where my level thing is. Where's my level meter?
All right, what time is it?
It's 10:30. I was just
we
gonna
can
go
do this in half an hour.
Yeah.
We can do this in half an hour. Hang on. Spawn at this safe house, or this mission. I'm sorry, this mission. That to me is just going to be chaos, bro. Absolute chaos.
Yeah, right now I think with just the 34 theaters, it's not going to be chaos. But as soon as someone that's more zealous buys the other bigger theater company, then it starts to become, more and more. Because then another company, then Amazon, then Amazon buys all the theaters of the bigger branch, and then
so now instead of sending it to my house, now you guys are going to buy a house that we all have to go visit to watch the thing instead of you sending it to my house.
That's correct. Yeah.
Is anybody else seeing the same thing here, man? Or am I the stupid one? What are we doing?
No, I mean, a part of me is happy because theaters won't die, but at the same time, this is not the way I want it to go.
Theaters will die because it won't be a theater anymore. It'll be them. It's a different story if it's them or a theater.
Correct, and that's what I'm saying. This is not the way I want it to go down, but this is the way it is.
I think they did the shit on purpose, man.
That's
you sacrifice to destroy yourself so you get control of it all back again.
It's almost like what's happening with the stock market.
Light them up.
Oh, I watched that movie, Dumb Money. It's pretty good. I feel like they had to rush it out and get it out the door as fast as possible. I feel like they could have said more of the story, but they kind of like wrapped it up real fast. Did you watch it? Did you watch Dumb Money?
Dumb Money, I have not seen it yet, no.
Okay. It's on Netflix, if you have Netflix. We've been watching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Let me tell you,
I forget the last couple. I think I missed. I never watched them.
I haven't seen the 4th and 5th one. We're gonna watch 3 this weekend. That's I think the last one I saw.
Has he not watched them before?
He's never seen them. No. They're pretty.
That's going to be great for him.
They're pretty dark.
That's going to be great for him.
Yeah, they're pretty dark.
Of course they're dark.
Yeah,
they're dark for Disney.
Yeah, dark for Disney. Yeah. So we watched the first one and the second one. He loved them. He's like, oh, these are good. Like he likes the characters. He likes the pirates and stuff like that. And he's like, why is the CGI so good? Is what he said. He's like those pirates, like the way they did the skulls, the skeletons in the first movie.
Yep.
And then like the Davy Jones's characters and stuff like that in the second one.
Yep.
He's like, this looks great. He's like, they look real. I'm like, yeah. I was like, how is it that 20-year-old CGI looks better than today's
than
CGI?
the CGI today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Like it looks crazy good.
Incoming hostiles detected.
So we're gonna watch 3, 4, and 5. I almost worked on 3. I know everyone that works on the crew. They filmed it all in the Bahamas. I know basically everyone that worked on the whole movies, all of them. Got a medic right here in front. Dead.
Behind us. That is going to be the giant circle of ridiculousness for over 10 years to destroy the theaters, to bring stuff into people's houses in order to buy theaters to put it back into the theater.
I mean, it's a theory. It's not proven. You know,
Not a theory. That's what's happening right now. What do you mean? What theory? That's what's happening.
I mean, it's a theory. It's not proven fact yet. You know what I mean? They literally just bought it. So.
They thought we'd be an easy target. Supply room access unlocked.
But like, wait a minute. We only make 30% of this stuff. Well, what about if we bought the company? Well, then we would make 100%. They're like, oh yeah, let's do that.
I don't know what we do without you, Agent.
Wow, that
My backpack at 138 of 150.
See that bird? It hasn't moved in a long
Oh, there's stuff over there. Here, go back up. I went up.
Living in clown world, man. They were so desperate not to pay theaters for a product that they wanted to send it to somebody's house, and now sending it to everybody's house on the in the country isn't enough.
Well, you're talking about the industry as a whole. Like I said, Sony doesn't have a streaming service, so
still the same thing, bro.
No, I understand, but what I'm saying is that they don't have a streaming service, so they're not doing it in what you're saying because they don't have a streaming service. The market itself, majority has a streaming service, and they're making that cable right now because they're all Paramount just backed out. They're not getting in with. They were supposed to team up with someone that fell through, and now Sony's back on the table about buying Paramount.
Sony wants to buy Paramount.
Yeah, Paramount is probably gonna get picked up by Sony or someone. But they lowered the price. Sony asked for 26 billion or something like that, and they now backed out of the 26 billion, but they came back in at a lower price. So they don't know what's happening yet with Paramount.
Absolute chaos, bro.
Yeah.
Absolute chaos. What is happening down there? Explosions. I'm just trying to get to the control point. Every block is like Vietnam. What is happening?
The attention to detail they showed in the Star Wars Outlaws trailer, like, massive doesn't wait, man. They know how to make a world fucking feel lived in.
Look at the layering in this game has got to be unmatched.
Yeah, go look at the newest trailer for Star Wars as they walk through the towns.
Send me the link for the new one.
I'll send you the trailer. It's like a 10-minute long trailer of like
That's
gameplay.
fine.
Like you just look at what they're doing with the world building, and you're like, holy shit, that looks great. Yeah, I'm gonna get the $18 for the month and pay it, and then what I'm gonna do is if I really enjoy it, I'll just wait for the whole DLC to be out, like the season passes once they're done, and then I'll probably buy the game and put it in my collection. I have more fun playing Star Wars games now than I have watching Star Wars. If it's after the original trilogy.
So has your son watched all the Star Wars movies?
He's watched 1 through 6.
Okay. So the answer is yes.
Yes, yeah. I was just gonna say. Yeah, he's watched all the Star Wars movies. He's seen 7, 8, and 9 only in Lego form. gonna go down. Oh, I'm good.
This was a mistake to attack this way. I should have been upside into that in the hallway first before we started this shit, because now I can't get there.
Guys up to the windows to our right. I'm gonna try to get up the window up here. I'm up on top.
Detected.
Guy's walking down this hallway backwards towards me. Like, what are you doing, buddy?
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
Here they come.
Which side?
My side. West end.
Signs critical.
We're living in crazy town now, man.
In the game or in real world?
Real world.
So Turtle came out last night. Icarus is like Superman. Yeah, Icarus is like a Superman type of character, yeah.
Icarus,
Well,
like the
Joker,
the Greek thing?
Joker's not in. That's a Marvel flick, mate. So one, he's not Superman, and two, the guy who plays Joker is, I forget the guy's name. He's the one that played the smartass, the one that was like living in the jungle, whatever. When they found him, he can like brainwash people. Like he can stop wars and peace or whatever. I forget the Eternals. I hated the movie, so.
You guys didn't do shit. You were cowering in the corner for 20 minutes.
All right, I just need one more level up. 6 years, and I finally got 3 boxes done. I just need one more in the handling, and then I got 3 of the boxes completely filled.
Supply room access unlocked.
Oh, there it is. I think that was it.
Or what was?
I just got leveled up. My watch leveled up. That's the last one I needed, I think.
Oh. We didn't even do anything.
Oh,
How'd your watch level go up?
It just went up, but it's not the right one. I still need handling, so I need to level up one more time. Yeah, that's the guy where he was the guy in the very beginning when they were like in Egypt and the people were fighting or whatever, and he's like, I could end it or whatever, and that's the guy who plays Joker in DC.
Jesus Christ, dude. How long was I going to be stunned for? Fucking 12 seconds?
Down. Not going to revive you? Nice of him.
That's it, right?
She's not even firing her gun. What do you mean revive me? She's not doing anything. She's just cowering behind the car. I think the NPCs got stupider after the last patch.
I got 3 more spaces for guns.
Let's destroy some of it.
That's right. I don't care.
Look. Again, like every 10 steps. You're not allowed to walk around anymore. No more walking. You must be shooting gun.
Pedro plays Joker because 30 is describing Maxwell from... No, that's the guy from Eternals. He like possesses people. Or like he can like control their minds or whatever. That's his character. I don't know the character's name from Eternals. Fucking shit movie with shit characters. No character development whatsoever.
Nope. They were basically masks. They're just a mask on somebody. Oh, there's someone over here. You don't know shit. There's someone over here. Everybody over here apparently has a flamethrower.
No.
Must be the flamethrower neighborhood.
Guy behind us. Guy's behind us.
Guy's behind us.
Yep. Okay, those guys are done.
Yeah, another one of these NPCs just crying behind the car. I think I just saw him light a cigarette. Like, he's not doing anything. Like, legit, he's not doing anything.
I'm gonna go up and get this guy.
I'm still watching this guy. I'm watching him. He got up, he sat down. He got up, he sat down. He got up, he sat down. Shoot your gun, dude. Just shoot it.
Where did this guy go? There's a guy up here. Did he jump down? Really?
Another flamethrower.
There's other flamethrowers here. Must be handing them out.
Nobody is shooting.
They must be handing them out at the
Somebody
Quickie Mart.
shoot.
Handing out flamethrowers at the Quickie Mart.
Hostile detected.
Oh shit. Where's he going?
Going out back for a smoke.
Incoming hostiles detected.
How'd they get there? Get out of there!
Oh. Come in from the left.
Let me guess, another flamethrower?
This position is shit. Guy's just hiding behind the truck over here.
I'm not sure. Okay, so everybody in chat's played Halo at some point, right? Like the original Halo, right?
I would think so.
Okay, so the original generic troopers in Halo, like the original just scroty guys running around, they helped you more than these guys do. Right? You remember those guys?
Yeah.
They would actually shoot, try to fight them hand to hand, right? All kinds of stuff that those guys would try to do. These guys in this game don't do nothing. They're just there to look pretty.
I mean, they're no Battlefront guys, you know what I mean?
And they would actually taunt them. Remember? The NPCs in Halo would taunt the enemy soldiers. Like, yeah, that's how it should be done.
Looks like we can still have that beer later.
Looks like we can still have that
CGI's stupider over the years. The AI for NPC guys is more dumb after 20 years. It makes no sense, dude. We should be going further, not backwards.
I think I got my thing done.
Got it?
Yep. Maybe by year
We
7.
got one more box to go.
Yeah, maybe by year 7 I'll have the final one. I don't think I will, though.
Well, certainly not if they keep starting people over.
No, yeah. Well, I don't know if your watch level goes down, but all your gear would be gone, right? I would assume.
So what would you be starting over? What's starting over? If I have my watch on, what's my starting over? The guns? I have to farm the guns again?
Yeah, you would have a new character, but I'm not sure how it works. I haven't, like I said earlier, I didn't look into it. All I know is that they're doing seasons like Diablo.
Out of your mind.
So what
You
you're
are
saying
out
is,
of your mind.
What you're saying is Division needs warthogs.
Division needs warthogs.
Going out on patrol now is just asking.
I mean, it's been like 6 months. You guys still haven't cleaned this fucking place up since the shootout. You know what I mean?
6 months.
Like,
it's been 6 years.
no, I mean like maybe 3 years. When was it? When was the whole thing when Black Tusk retook it over? Like was that 2 years ago?
Yeah, I'm not sure how the lore goes between we're starting year 6 and like where this is in the world. Like the 3 months pass in the 6 years. I'm not sure how that.
All I know is if my base of operations was ransacked by a bunch of hyenas, okay, killed a bunch of my people, the last thing I would do is let it sit like at the dilapidated shithole while we're trying to figure out what we're supposed to do. You clean this shit up. You would clean up your base.
I mean, first thing I would do is take this wire here and fucking tape it down or put it underneath the rug. Right? That's the first thing I would do.
You guys got no fucking duct tape?
This is a
Nothing?
fucking trip. This is a trip hazard right here. You need to take this rug.
Got a 12-foot by 15-foot rug.
Yeah.
You guys can't put that underneath there?
Can't put it underneath the rug. That's number 2. This right here, whoever did this fucking thing, you have the things where you can open these up and put the cables in. Why haven't they done it? Look, the black one's in there, but the red one's not. Like what jabroni's doing this?
Like you have an entire military people that these are all the same people that don't put the toothpaste cap on the toothpaste.
What?
They
Look at
leave
the wiring
the towel
job
on the floor in front of the toilet and the shower that you just keep peeing on and then you're stepping on from the shower.
Look at this wiring
that
job.
can just stay there.
Look at this wiring job.
Come
right
on,
here.
man.
Look,
get your shit together.
Look at this wiring job. There's tracks that run cables across the ceiling, and yet for some strange reason, they have them looping in and out of the holes. Like, what is this mess?
Like nobody knows IT. Nobody knows it.
Right? Then you got broken light bulbs. Like you couldn't go somewhere else. There's still supply stores. You can get a light bulb, right? You can. Crazy. Like this table right here, right? No one's picked up this table. This table's been sitting here for 6 years. You could pick this up, open the legs up, and then take this stuff that's on the ground right here and put it on that table.
But no one cares.
Right? Nope.
No,
nobody gives a shit.
The battle was too traumatizing.
Like, look at this. Look at these things right here. Jim, see these? Look, these things, you can open them up and put the cable in, right? They did it over here. Look, the red cable's in these, but the red cable's not in these. What?
Nope.
What is this madness? What is this madness? Someone was like, yeah, can you take this cable and put it through here? Sure can, boss. And they did it for these two, and they're like, oh, fuck it, I'm tired. I'm going on lunch. And they walked out the door. This going? Want to cross there, here, through here. Don't we have a power drill? Can't we just drill a hole through a floor? What is happening here? I say the same thing in Fallout, right? In Fallout, there's like doors off the hinges, right? Someone lives in the house. There's a pile of dirt in there. It's like you would think that the first thing you would do is like sweep out
clean
the
up
dirt.
where you live.
Yeah.
Just clean up where you live.
Like just push it out the door. Like I understand the world's like came to an end and people are like, right? But then I was like, maybe they get robbed all the time, so just like fuck it, I don't give a shit. Like I don't get it.
Oh, did you ask your son about the warden?
I did. He says there is no easy way. Like you have to do whatever he said, and I was just like, okay, I was like, tell Uncle about that. Have you played any of the new stuff 30 on 76? I have not yet, Clips. I was probably gonna play it this weekend. I didn't want to play it off stream, but then I think I'm going to play it off stream this weekend. Maybe what I'll do is I've been streaming nonstop for what are we at 10 days now. We did
because of the Summerfest.
Yeah, we did 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, today's 10. Tomorrow's 11, 12 on Friday because of I think we're doing a show with Lono. So maybe I'll do a show Friday. I'm not sure. If not, then it's like Monday. But I go out of town at the end of this month. We go out of town on the 25th, I think. And I'm gone for 5th. Yeah, so I'll stream like on the 24th. I have like another week to stream, and then the 24th, and then I'm off from the 25th to July 3rd. And then I'm back for 10 days, and then I go on another trip for 5 days. I turned it on, looked at the... I don't like the season stuff. I looked at the 76. I don't like the season stuff in 76 this time around. One, they changed the first board, like the first page. It's like less stuff, more spread out, and then every other page is more condensed because they want you to spend more on those for the tickets. So I don't know if they've done anything to make it faster or slower. We'll see what happens as they go through. But I don't really like a lot of the stuff that's in the season pass for it. So I'm going to play the content, the new content of, what's it called? Shady Valley or something like that. I'm gonna play that for the storyline and whatnot. Do the boss fight that they have. They have a couple of new boss fights. We'll see what that all entails. So next week on Monday, I think I'm going to play Starfield. We're going to play the DLC, the $7 DLC, to see what the content is for the $7. And then Tuesday is reset, so we'll play 76 on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday we'll probably play Star Wars Battlefront and whatnot. So, all right, chat. I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us as we shoot the shit while we're shooting the shit. We'll be back tomorrow morning for some gaming news, conversations, and whatnot at 10 o'clock in the morning. Appreciate it very much. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to go above and beyond that, become a member as little as $5. The support helps. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.